Well, you see the skies are clearing here in Bowling Green. That's good news. It was really raining hard earlier today, but not now. Field might still be a little bit wet, but we're ready for some high-powered action between these two teams, Baldy, that are coming off impressive wins. The Memphis Tigers beat the Kansas Jayhawks and beat them soundly. Meanwhile, the Falcons of Bowling Green, they demolished the Maryland Terrapins.
Yeah, and both offenses came out, struggled a little bit. Bowling Green down actually at half, 14-6, and just exploded. And also for Memphis in the first quarter, a couple miscues. But let me tell you, once they get going, wheels up.
Well, Matt Johnson was terrific against Maryland. 491 passing yards.
How many?
491. And, 6 touchdown passes as well. So who is going to stop him? Will it be the Memphis Tigers? Will it be this guy? Will it be Justin Fuente, who has turned this Tiger program around in just 4 short years?
And he has. And talking with him this week, it was so exciting because I remember him at Illinois State as the offensive coordinator. Had a young quarterback by the name of Luke Drone, who he took out of nowhere and made into one of the best quarterbacks ever, played in the Gateway Football Conference, and he's continued that on his way up his coaching scheme.
They won the American Athletic Conference last year, went on to beat BYU in double overtime in the Miami Beach Bowl. So Memphis comes in at 2-0. And Bowling Green comes in at 1-1, an opening loss to Tennessee. They win last week against Maryland. And Dino Babers, you talk about a guy turning around a program in a hurry. This is just his 2nd year, and they're coming off winning the MAC East.
Simply electric when you talk to him on the phone. What a motivational speaker. What a guy that just brings so much energy to a program. And again, he understands about, you know what, it's more than football. It's about a whole lifetime for his players.
Well, he talks about his dad who was in the Navy, and he said, my dad always told us, I don't raise average. And he isn't raising an average team here at Bowling Green.
No, he's not. And the other part of that statement is he goes, you can be whatever you want to be, but whatever you decide to do, be the best at it.
And he is really good. Just 2 years at Eastern Illinois turned that program around. And he talks about who he calls lovingly Grandpa, Art Briles. He was the head coach, of course, still is the head coach of the Baylor Bears, and he was an assistant in Waco, and he says, that's my guy. And I learned a lot of the offensive principles that we use here at Bowling Green from Art Briles.
Don't ask any questions. Sit back for a whole year, and at the end of a year, if you still have questions, he said he didn't. He understood what was going on at that point.
One thing that happens on the opening toss, a lot of teams like to defer. Not these two teams. They want that ball. They want to go and score some points.
All right, folks, the treadmill's ready to go. The track meet's going. As they say in the Navy, when you get ready to launch those planes off the carrier, folks, it's wheels up. Let it rock. And let me tell you something, both of these offenses want to run 100 plays in a game. 100 plays. It's completely changed the style of football in college.
All right, here is Jake Elliott, the junior kicker, and a very, very good one to kick things off for the Memphis Tigers. We are underway. High end over end kick that will go through the back of the end zone. And so the Falcons will come out from the 25. Matt Johnson comes in. We've told you about throwing for 915 yards this year, 61% completion rate, and what I love, 8 touchdown passes, just 1 interception.
Yeah, you talk about a unique skill set also for this young man. Very decisive in his reads, gets the people in proper position. But again, at quarterback, it's about getting all the people in a proper position and knowing that they're going to look at you as the leader. Some guys can do it, some can't. This young man's got the it factor.
Quick toss to the outside. Pass is completed to Burbrink. And a gain of about 3. Stopped there by Pegues. Well, let's look at our impact player of the game, brought to you by Coke Industries. We are Coke. And last week, Roger Lewis. What a week against Maryland. 15 receptions in that contest. Little handoff up the gut, a first down.
Yeah, nice job to spread. Now a little counter play on that one. Dave got inside, got some penetration. Nice pull by right guard, right tackle, an offensive line that played every game together last year. Good experience.
Travis Green, he's over 100 yards on the year now. Green again, and this time stopped right at the line. Good play defensively up front, and that's a nice stop by the Memphis Tigers, and no gain at all for Green.
And talking with the coaches this week, they really want to emphasize that they're going to see a lot of different schemes defensively. Got to make sure you get a hat-on hat.
What's that? Sunshine here at Bowling Green.
Tell you, just kind of had a football atmosphere today. Some rain, some clouds, it's a little cool outside. And here comes Mother Nature turning up heat.
2nd down and 9. Again, the fake inside, going deep. Caught! Touchdown! What a play to Roger Lewis, our impact player of the week.
Got time. They brought the blitz that time. Had some movement within the defensive line up front. Protection was perfect. And quarterback, good job on the read. Sees it's the blitz. Man coverage on the outside. And Lewis with the afterburners, able to get down the field.
63 yards on the pass play. So Johnson picking up where he left off. Now 9 touchdown tosses this year. Didn't take long for these fans here at Bowling Green to come to their feet. You talk about high-powered offenses, and let's watch Matt Johnson toss it perfectly to Roger Lewis streaking down the sideline.
Yeah, he had a whole year last year to sit and study this offense, what reads he has. You see the blitz coming, he reads it, he knows it's man coverage on the outside. No chance you're going to cover Lewis on that. Good job him on the go route. Watch the release. It's not a press coverage, but I'm going to tell you what, you don't put your hands on number one, there is no way you're going to stay step for step with this young man. Nice job of getting vertical on the route. Don't get pushed to the sideline, get back over the top, and how about the accuracy on this throw? Take a look at the blitzes coming, and this is the read I'm talking about, Matt Johnson. Watch the linebacker come, right tackle picks him up, there's the throw, so that's where the quarterback sees blitz. Now he knows his man coverage.
So, Baldy, when you see that as a quarterback, he knew right away instinctively that he had one-on-one coverage on the outside, and that was his first read.
He saw outside linebacker begin to creep outside. He knows he's going to come on what we call on a fire crash. Linebacker outside, defensive end inside. Nice job by right guard, right tackle, sifting it out. Give your quarterback some sight lines, and how about that delivery and the accuracy on that throw? Young man's got a future, either north of the border. I'm going to tell you what, there might be some people in the NFL who are going to give him his opportunity.
We talked about the 8 NFL scouts here today, and they had to be impressed with what they just saw because that was right on the money. And one of the things NFL scouts look for as much as anything is accuracy. Well, Tyler Tate puts a boot into it, and that'll go into the end zone, and this time it'll be Memphis bringing the ball out to the 25-yard line.
Dave, in the stand-up, we looked at one of his stats, and believe me, when the scouts come in, the first thing they want to see is touchdown to interception ratio. Even in college, down the spread and everything, they want to see if you're making the right read, not creating turnovers, because in the National Football League, you're going to lose every time. Right there, that's the reason why I think he's got an opportunity. He just doesn't make mistakes when he's throwing the football.
Paxton Lynch, certainly no slouch at all, Baldy. 81% of his tosses are completed, 30 of 37, and last week against Kansas, man, he missed his first one and then went 22 for 24 the rest of the way, and he picks up where he left off. First down completion to Phil Mayhew with Eiler Hardy on the coverage.
Yeah, 6'3" on the outside gives him a good target. But how about the release on this quarterback? It's Paxton Lynch. I'll tell you, he does a nice job, able to get the ball out quickly.
On the end around. Not much room to run. Bowling Green did a good job stringing that one out, and Trenton Green with the stop. And in fact, that's a no gain on the play.
Yeah, they're going to look to work the edges. I mean, listen, they watched the Tennessee film. They saw the success Tennessee had working the perimeter. So you're going to expect some jet sweeps trying to get into the short side of the field.
And around again, and again stopped behind the line. This time by Hardy. Frazier had nowhere to go. A loss of 4.
That's the way Hardy don't stay blocked. He fills from inside out. Nice job of getting down in his lane, filling the pipeline, and getting the tackle. Take a look at it. Good job on his part. Coming across. There's the tackle in the open field. That's the way everybody is in perfect leverage position.
3rd and long, but Memphis 61% on 3rd down this year.
Little stunt, picked it up.
Little screen. Enough for the first down, not nearly. To the 40-yard line, that's as far as they go. Sam Kraft is brought down there, and it'll be a punting situation for the Tigers.
Yeah, nice job on a little twist up front that time by Bowling Green, creating a little pressure. Quarterback delivers it out to Kraft underneath, but then people recognize it, come up in the open field. Tackling in the open field against the spread. You can't say it enough.
James Sanford, they call him a hybrid safety, a linebacker. He comes up to make that play. So Spencer Smith, he is on to punt. He averages 48 yards per punt, and a beauty here to Burbrink. And Burbrink with a flag coming into the play brings it up to the 22. Usually when you see a flag on special teams, it almost always goes against the team.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Receiving
Special
team.
teams for both teams has been an issue. We talked about one area that needs to have improvement. Last week, Bowling Green on both punt team and kickoff team had issues. A penalty on this play proves costly.
So we've got this crowd here at Bowling Green. They were on their feet just moments ago. Probably will be again. Their offense takes over inside the 10. Max Stat brought to you by Giorgio's Oven Fresh Pizza, the home of fresh and ready pizza, proud partner of the MAC. And you look at how fast these Falcons are. 190 offensive plays in the 2 games that they have played. We'll get you back to that graphic in a second because there's a lot to go over. We'll try to get back to that graphic in a second because these guys, who knows, they could score on every play. Travis Green takes it up the middle for a couple of yards.
Simple power over that play. Go back to that stat there, Dave.
Yeah, I want to look at this because they lead the nation with 95 plays a game. Their goal is north of 100, folks, and they average almost 7 yards per play. That'll go up after a 64-yard touchdown already in this game. Trying to run the ball out of this hole and bringing it up to the 10-yard line. That's the big fullback, Donovan Wilson.
Yeah, but Jackson Dillon on that backside. I'm going to watch number 34, 6'6", 245. You talk about somebody who has influence on the play. First running play, jumped inside, shut down the power row, backside of a counter, able to chase it down from the backside, makes a tackle.
Falcons just 33% on third down conversion. They go for it all here, and the ball is up for grabs and incomplete. Boy, 3 Tigers had a crack at it. And incomplete.
Nice job by Deshaun Terry that time, number 32, keeping his eyes right there at the last second, finding the football, got a hand in on it. Take a look at it again.
Ball intended for Garrett Dieter.
And look at Deshaun there. Just got that left hand, got around on top of receiver. Excellent athleticism on his part, being able to flip his hips, running full speed down the field, able to strip that ball away. Well,
the Tigers should come away with a good field position. Davidson punting from his own end zone. Low kick. And a good one, and a good bounce as well. Goes across midfield and will be out of bounds and marked out at the 44-yard line. That's where the Tigers go back on offense. But first a timeout, 10:43 left to go. Victory over the Kansas Jayhawks. They trailed in the game 10-0 and wound up walloping KU 55-23. It's their first Power 5 win since 2004. Also their first 2-0 start since that time frame. So here comes Lynch back out on offense. The give is to Kraft.
Great position.
Boy, they're not running. That's the one thing. The Falcons are stopping the run right now. Valdez comes in and lowers the boom on Kraft. You look at a max stat here, brought to you by Koch Industries, and you look at this team is a little bit different in Bowling Green, Baldy, in that they have a pretty balanced attack in run and throw.
And that was one of the keys for Bowling Green's defense, how to stop the run. They've gotten it done so far in 2 series.
Another tackle by Valdez. I thought maybe he got a piece of a horse collar or a face mask.
And it looks like right now Bowling Green defensively playing a cover 2, which was 2 high safeties, but they're taking Clint Stevens, the corner, who made a good stop on the run. They're going to send him to strength. Matt, number 26, who's now starting today, is going to go to weak side, get the call on the field.
Okay, we'll just let you know that Ed Ardito is our referee today. We'll try to listen in. It's going so fast, Baldy, that sometimes we're talking right over what these guys are trying to say. That's all right. There was a face mask on Valdez. So that takes the Tigers all the way down to the 37 of Bowling Green. Double fake in the backfield and then incomplete.
And quarterback trying to throw the backside shoulder throw that time. He saw corner over the top. Receiver not on the same page. He thought he should have continued on that. But again, I'm just looking at the release of this quarterback, Paxton Lynch. At 6'7", you're thinking of a big windup. Ball comes out quickly.
He kind of flicks it, doesn't he?
Yes, sir.
Right down the sideline. And incomplete. Boy, what a big hit put on by Clint Stevens to knock this ball away from Miller.
I just want to take a look. Let's start with Paxton Lynch, the quarterback. Take the snap and shotgun. Now watch his feet. Underneath him, continues to move, shift in the pocket, then the weight comes forward on the throw. And again, it was a big hit on the outside. But those are some of the little things, Dave, we're going to look at during the game with this fine quarterback. And a big man at 6'7", very nimble.
Got a timeout on the field after that big hit. And a timeout is taken here on the field with Bowling Green leading 7-0. So you'll look at Paxton Lynch and how on target he is. And I mentioned last week, 22 of 25 against the Jayhawks.
Simply 81% completion rate. And, you know, when you look at a quarterback like that, you're wondering, okay, being tall, can he get outside the pocket and make the throws? Yes, he can, folks. He can do the zone read. He can work down the line. And one of the differences in these spread offenses, they have what they call a tag to every play. There's a pass play off that. So it looks like a zone read. He has to be able to quickly set his feet. Let's take a look at that catch of the big hit that just took place on the field.
This is under review to see if this is a catch or not. They ruled it incomplete on the field. And that probably is going to be a catch, wouldn't you think? The ball came loose when it hit the turf.
Now controlling the ball all the way through. Let's see if he's already down on ground. Contact has been made. He's down. He made a football move. Knee is down. I'm going to give that to him because I'm going to say the knee is down. So automatically they should give him the catch. Tell you what, that's a heck of a reception. But again, Clint Stevens, that's the second time. There's the headhunter right now that's just kind of roaming the field making the big hits.
I think that's going to be a completed pass. I mean, that's our review up here in the booth unofficially. Anthony Miller somehow held on despite getting popped by Clint Stevens.
Yeah, I tell you, Clint Stevens, he shows up, and that's one of the keys you talk about. Well, how do you stop a spread offense? Number one thing in that secondary position, you've got to have people with closing speed immediately because you're going to give up space. Can you get upfield quickly and make those tackles? That's a great job by Clint Stevens.
Let's hear the call from Ed Ardito.
After review, the receiver possessed the ball, made a move before the ball came out. Therefore, it's a catch. The ball we place in the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 on the 34.
So it is a first down. They'll spot the ball at the 34-yard line, just enough for the first down. So that certainly is good news for Justin Fuente. And what a heck of a catch by Miller to hang on somehow.
It'll be interesting, too, this defensively Bowling Green inside. Big defensive tackle, 92, Zach Colvin, 6'3", well above 300 pounds, very good shape. And an interesting story, we'll talk about that as the game goes on, but there is one guy that shows up on film.
The ball be placed on the 26-yard line, first down.
So now they've moved it to the 26-yard line, not the 34. I thought when they said a first down at the 34, I thought, well, that's not enough for the first down. But marking it to the 26, that is enough for the first down. Well, that could have been a whole lot more. Tripped up on the play, Sam Kraft, by Alfonso Mack, or he might have gone the distance.
Yeah, nice job by Mayhew on the outside. Listen, in this spread offense, those big plays on the edge, it all starts at the wide receiver position. It's what they call start block. You got to keep your feet going. You got to keep your hands inside. Keep those cornerbacks occupied.
Second and very short.
Misdirection. Wow.
Misdirection for a touchdown. Darlin Dorcius, his 4th touchdown run of the year.
And how about was that play set up pretty? Take a look at it here. Watch quarterback on this one. It looks like it's going to be what we call a jet sweep. Come back with Dorsey on that side. Saw the flow of the linebackers. Got to know your keys. Are you following the running backs or the offensive line? You saw some communication problems at the linebacker position that opened up for a big touchdown run.
So Dorcius, who's coming off an ACL injury, looked really fast there as he goes into the end zone for the 4th time this year. The extra point is tacked on by Elliott, and we are tied at 7 with still 9:11 left to go in the first quarter. Good misdirection here by the Tigers.
Watch quarterback on this one follow. He completely turns his hips. You lose sight of the football. Did the quarterback have the ball? You can see from that camera look, you couldn't tell. Dorsey comes back inside. So it's all about quarterback doing the proper mechanics. He hid that pigskin. Dorsey came around, took it out of his back pocket, and I'll give you 6 for giving it to me.
Well, not only that, Baldy, but I think he carried through on that play by running out to the far side as well.
You're exactly right, and that's why when he hides the football as a linebacker now, you're thinking, okay, do I have quarterback on this? Do I have tailback? Where's my positioning? You saw the confusion, came back inside. Nice job on that, and also Dorsey's coming back, not getting too wide. He kept his tight to the offensive line, so when he makes the cut, he's able to get in the end zone.
17 yards on the play to tie things up at 7.
Hide the pigskin. That's what it's all about. Magic.
You know, the wind blows the football off the tee. We'll reset things here.
I like Paxton Lynch when he takes that snap out. He bends his knees and everything. He's just very nimble, very quick feet. Moves well within the pocket.
You know, Jake Elliott, strong junior kicker here for the Memphis Tigers. And another one that goes through the back of the end zone. So Bowling Green will come back out on offense starting at their own 25-yard line. We welcome those of you who have been watching FAU and Buffalo. And by the way, Buffalo from the MAC with an impressive win, 33-15 the final score, and Buffalo goes to 2-1 in the Eastern Division. They win at FAU, 33-15 the final score there. Now here comes Matt Johnson. So far today, Johnson 2 for 3 through the air for 64 yards. That 62-yard touchdown to Lewis.
Got Twins going to have an audible from the sideline. See the communication, the quarterback, giving him a couple plays, let him make the reads.
Trying to run through that left side of the line, and it's bottled up. Coppett, the runner, and Coppett, by the way, had 109 yards on the ground against Maryland last week.
Yeah, talking with Galen Scott, the defensive coordinator for Memphis, he said one of the issues we've had is tackling. It's been up front, but he goes, because guys' eyes aren't going to their target. Looking at too many things in the backfield, it's created issues.
Now an empty backfield, 3 receivers at the top of your screen. And that's the direction Johnson goes. Pass is completed, but for a short gain. Pegues was right there defensively.
And you like that open field tackle that time. You saw decisiveness. You saw Pegues with the knees bent, exploding through. He was inside number, so no chance of maybe if I missed on the outside, the receiver continues inside on a big run.
3rd and long again, 3rd and 8. This time 3 receivers to the near side. Pass goes to the far side, good for the first down. Pass is completed to Roger Lewis again.
Watch Roger Lewis on this route. Watch him sell the deep on this. He's getting a nice cushion, but again, watch him sell. Watch how he sells eyes, then he keeps his head going one way, and there it goes. Touchdown.
Not much time for replays because there they go again. Ronnie Moore. Don't look now, but here they come again.
There it is, Ronnie Moore, a quick slant. Nice job on the fake on the run. Coming back inside, seeing linebackers not there.
Pass to the far side again. This one caught by Burbrink, and a gain of 9 more.
Again, getting protection, time in the pocket, deliver the ball. Saw a little bit of the pump fake. Quarterback getting time to survey the field.
That's the 3rd catch of the game for Burbrink. And now whistle will blow this play dead. We've got a penalty against.
Start offense, number 55. 5-yard penalty.
See the wholesale changes taking place on defense.
You haven't had a chance to talk about your favorite topic, the offensive line. Bowling Green, they had to really work to get into shape to run 100 plays per game. Their offensive line lost collectively 150 pounds.
I don't know how to begin with that, and I don't know how to end with that, but I'll leave it as that. Congratulations. I don't know if I would have made that squad.
Biggest losers got nothing on those guys. Pass caught here by Derek Lee. That's his 5th grab of the year. He was hit immediately by Wynton McManus.
Yeah, I like McAuliffe at that center position at 71. He's really a guy that really works inside well, helping out his guards, finds somebody to hit every time.
First down and more. Coppett goes out at the 1. Sharif White saved a touchdown.
And again, you think you have a counter on this one, and here comes Colvin, backside to the weak side. Nice job of left guard and tackle pulled the linebackers, and here he comes underneath on the handoff. Again, excellent job by quarterback and Colvin, again staying tight to the line, be able to take the picks, and I think he's going to be a little short, or did they give it to him?
No, he's at the 1.
He's at
Garrett
okay.
Dieter, how about the blocking downfield from that wide receiver?
Yeah, both teams, we've seen excellent blocking on the outside, but how about the misdirection in the backfield? You're seeing linebackers having to flow so quick when they think they're going to see a counter perimeter play, and then they come right back. Excellent run on that.
I wouldn't mind being a coach. I would not want to be a defensive coordinator in today's game.
Yeah, talking with both the coordinators now, I said, well, how do you recruit? You're playing 4-3. You know what it's all about? It's all about getting athletes now. It's not having the big space eaters anymore. You have to have people who can run from side to sideline, can easily blitz, can make adjustments on the fly, because you're spreading people out. You don't have a chance to disguise as many of those blitzes. Offenses see it, so you got to be able to change directions easily.
So Coppett.
Full house backfield. Rhino look.
Coppett's got it, trying to weave his way in, and Meta lost a half a yard.
Yeah, because the reason why Jackson Dillon, number 34, I don't know if we can get him quickly, but that guy's in the back. That's the 3rd rushing play I've seen him in on and stopping this. I mean, I saw him on film a little bit this week, and I'll tell you what, he is a guy that's going to be a player.
Donovan Wilson has come into the backfield now. He's the transfer from Georgia Tech. He's number 44. He's got it now. Bouncing outside. He cannot, though, get out of the grasp. And a good open field tackle by Chris Morley.
Yeah, it's just the lead play, and he tried to bounce it. Morley sitting in the C gap outside. You've got to make that tackle. But again, wrapping up and holding on for dear life. Pick his pocket. Don't give him a touchdown.
Haven't tried to throw it yet. Let's see if they do here on 3rd and goal from the 2. Going to try to run it again. Close and in. Touchdown! Donovan Wilson.
Yeah, give credit to tight end Derek Lee. Nice job, tight end. Take a look at it.
Wilson, his first touchdown of the year for the Falcons.
In the trenches down here. We're not throwing the football. We're running the pigskin. Look at Derek Lee on that block, 83 to tight end, and that's the way you finish up front, everybody.
Some power football from the Falcons.
And our defensive lineman Kyle Jr. in 95, and he played it to a key block on that play.
Kind of fake like they were going to go for 2. James Kanapke is the holder and last year's starting quarterback.
Bring the calculator to keep the score today.
And the extra point is tacked on, and just like that, Bowling Green goes the distance, and they make it 14-7 thanks to Donovan Wilson.
Donovan Wilson following defensive lineman, Mr. Junior, 95.
In the first quarter here from Perry Stadium, and you see Donovan Wilson, the transfer from Georgia Tech, his rambling wreck, rambles home from 2 yards to cap a 75-yard drive in 10 plays that took just over 3 minutes.
So quick, and again, it starts at the quarterback position, able to distribute the ball outside, inside of the throw, get credit to the O-line protection up front. Then when you got down into the red zone, they made no bones about it. It's power football.
Tyler Tate to kick things off. High end over end kick, this one into the wind, and it comes up to the goal line. Taken there. Kraft is hit shy of the 20. So Mack comes up on special teams with a big hit there. And the Memphis Tigers will start shy of the 20-yard line. They're going to spot the ball at the 18.
Highly explosive offenses on both sides, but I'll tell you what, give credit to Bowling Green's defense so far, able to handle the running game of the Memphis Tigers, putting a lot of the load on the quarterback.
Again, the efficiency of Lynch, 4 of 5 today. Play action, and he's got his man. That's Mose Frazier, and Frazier goes all the way up to the 42.
And I thought wide open on that play. Alan Cross also just coming up the seam, the tight end. Personal
Hands in the face. Number 54 on the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
That's on Mike Mins, the nose tackle.
Take a look, quarterback. Quarterback has two options here. Thought he was going to go tight end, comes back outside here, finds his receiver just working down a quick little slant. Of course, we have the penalty on the play. Going to move the pigskin a little bit further, but both quarterbacks getting time in the pocket to deliver the ball.
Well, Mose Frazier, a guy now with 12 receptions on the year, closing in on 200 yards for the year, Frazier. So the penalty there on Mins puts the ball into Bowling Green territory. The ball now at the 43.
Out of the shotgun. Motion. See what the defense is giving you.
Whoop. Could be another penalty on Mins.
And they're trying to, Drew Kaiser there, number 54 is a freshman. 6'5", 300 pounds. I think they're trying to mentally get after the freshman.
Offside with contact. Number 54 on the defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And for that, Mins has earned a timeout.
And hanging in. Drew Kaiser, one of those young players that came in this year. Coaches were surprised with his ability to make plays. They went ahead and moved Gabe Kuhn, who started last year at center, over to right guard. Trevin Tate, number 72, at the right tackle position. Got to have a lot of depth.
Play action again, and down goes Lynch.
Oh, good bull rush that time. Inside, just collapsed the pocket. Take a look at it. Got the good push in the middle. Inside, I talked about Colvin, I talked about Mintz. Here it is inside again. It looks like they just had some communication problems from the right guard and the right guard and center. Not sure who the responsibility was.
That's Isaiah Lunsford, who came in for Mins.
Came in for Mins on that play. He got inside, nice push on his part.
And with a play like that, he might stay in for a while. Gang tackling at the 39-yard line.
Little crossing route, quarterback delivers the ball right on the money. Get back part of it there.
Again, an accurate throw. Proctor with the catch. Makes it third and makeable. 3rd and 6.
Watch for the twist again.
There it is. And a first down. Well, they love that play. A little misdirection there. It worked for the touchdown earlier. And this time, Dorcius takes it for the first down.
Take a look at it. Just a spread look at those linebackers creeping outside a little bit. You see the jet motion coming one side. It gets linebackers step to the right. You come back with the misdirection. You're exactly right. So, again, got to make sure. I'm going to tell these linebackers, look at the offensive line. They're going to take you to the football.
So don't look at the quarterback. Look at the line.
Don't look at those running backs in the backfield, all that jet sweep action.
Play action again. Little toss out to his tight end, Alan Cross, with back on the coverage. Cross is a great story. One of the team captains, a guy that was a former walk-on, and here he is, the all-time leading receiver for a tight end in Memphis Tiger history.
Outside the pocket, little flick of the pigskin, completion on the play.
And the ball down to the 13-yard line. And they try the end around again. Tevin Jones is brought down in the backfield by Shannon Smith.
And he just got upfield so quickly on that one.
Taylor Royster, excuse me, number 33, not number 93.
Yeah, he beat Alan Cross underneath that one. He's got to get upfield, but Bowling Green, better job of knowing their lanes, where they have to fill. As I said, against Tennessee, that was their biggest problem. They got out-leveraged. Today, better job than staying on the perimeter runs.
Loss of 7, 2nd and 17. It'll flick to the near side. This one caught by Proctor. Now running for his life. Strung out pretty well, and a loss of a few more.
How about the speed of the defense of Bowling Green today, staying on their feet. And quarterback Paxton Lynch, all 6'7". It looks like, again, they're going to try to throw a screen right. It gets destroyed on the timing. Watch Paxton Lynch downfield trying to do that. But Ballou, number 25, there to get the tackle.
So 3rd and 20. Inside handoff. Kraft
That's a run.
Woo! So on 3rd and 20, you're going for some field goal range here, and you're certainly in there now with the ball down to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, nice little run on that play to get back a lot of those yards, and that's the way to follow your guard around on that one. Time crap, showing patience. But I like once you put that foot in the ground, get those shoulders square, now explode through.
So the ball spotted now at the 24-yard line, a 34-yard attempt from Jake Elliott. He's 2 for 2 so far this year. This will be the longest one attempted by him this year, but he has a 56-yarder in his repertoire. Kick is on its way, and it is good. So Jake Elliott 3 for 3 on the year, 1 for 1 today, and that gets the Tigers 3 points closer. 14-10 our score now with 1:50 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, we got a little bit of breeze, so he had a nice job on that one. And again, Bowling Green had some nice plays defensively on that, but you can see with, again, Memphis having success with the misdirection in the backfield. Look for them to continue some of those counter plays, then coming back inside with quick traps, things like that. Because the flow of the defense of Bowling Green, I'm really impressed with the improvement today of the movement of the secondary and also the linebackers filling the outside, and the tackling is much better.
Baldy, it looks like it's almost impossible to run outside because they have so much team speed on defense.
I think it is, and that's why you got to stay inside of the tackle. So continue with the counter, the power O, trap play, and again, we see the misdirection in the backfield, split zone play.
That misdirection has been the most effective play so far today for the Tigers.
Well, you have to, and the quarterback does a really nice job because he almost makes it what we call like a dash play. That's where the full quarterback will work to the front side of his running back on that underneath wraparound handoff and hide the football. That's what happened on the touchdown play. Gets the linebacker, gets everybody looking who has the ball. Now all of a sudden you come back on the other way with it. Nobody's in position to make the play.
You know, the ball just won't stay on the tee, so they're going to have to bring somebody in to hold it.
As said, we've got a pretty good breeze down there on the field right now. What a beautiful place. The crowd here stays electric.
Yeah, it's really fun. This is a great place, and it has come to life in the last couple of years thanks to Dino Babers and his coaching staff and these players. They have come out to watch one of the greatest shows on turf.
Yeah, he brings some energy to the field.
And another one that's going to go to the back of the end zone and down there. So the Falcons will get it at their own 25-yard line again. And out comes Matt Johnson, the leading quarterback in the nation when you look at total yards. And now he has 9 touchdowns this year. So 9 will tie him for the lead with Baylor's quarterback. And he already leads the way in passing yards. The offense, by the way, is 3rd in the nation along with Johnson for points responsible for, and in total offense 466 yards per game for Matt Johnson.
And you want to add on that with Matt Johnson, his passes about 9.9 yards per average here so far. So getting some big chunk plays in those offenses.
And by the way, I'll tell you what Ed Ardito, the referee, just said, and that was offsides on the kicking team, so add 5 more onto this. And they'll start at the 30-yard line this time, the Falcons. By the way, Johnson so far in this game, 7 for 8 for 117 yards and that 62-yard touchdown pass.
So far in pass protection, talking with the defensive coaches, they were worried about all the different looks, the personnel. Guys up front have been able to decipher it, make sure they give the quarterback time to throw the ball.
Green's got it. And Green goes over the left guard. A gain of just a couple. Pegues, one of the really good linebackers for the Tigers, is right there, and it looks like we have Alex Huddle, who has made 44 straight starts. He's down on the field.
And again, in this spread, when you defensively, when you're trying to contain the spread offense, the most important position is at that linebacker position because it's up to you. You're going to see everything inside. You got to decipher it. You got to make sure people are lined up. Pegues that time sees the counter play, shot on the backside, gets in on the play. And as you said, I hope Mr. Alex Huddle, 43 starts, is okay.
What are you most afraid of if you're trying to defend Bowling Green? What are you looking at on film when you look at these guys?
Well, I think it just starts at the quarterback with Matt Johnson. His ability to complete all throws. It's short passes, and then we saw initially in the opening drive the deep ball in the middle. And, you know, in talking with their coaches, I mean, with defensive coaches of Memphis, they said their number one thing is we had to contain Matt Johnson. Don't give up the big chunk plays. They already did here. Let's see what they continue to do. Maybe challenge on the outside some of those receivers of Bowling Green, because you can see Matt Johnson accuracy. You know, they talk about arm strength, but to me, the most important thing to go to the next level is all about accuracy.
Green goes in motion. Empty backfield now. Look one way, come back the other way. Oh, good move. Great move by Ronnie Moore. He bought about another 7 yards with that move.
He jumped sideways, I think, 7 yards on that play to avoid a tackle.
So now 3rd and 1. Pitch back, Green. And he is swarmed under for a loss of 4. Quick snap on the play, and they were trying to get the Tigers in a situation where they just weren't ready. Well, they were ready.
Yeah, Jackson Dillon, number 34. Folks, oh, that's the way you attack that offensive line. He brought them back 3 yards.
4th down here, and the punting unit will come out.
Good job with the hands and way to set the edge. Nowhere to go in the run.
So Joseph Davidson will come out. His 2nd punt of the day. Left-footed kicker. This one again up into that wind, and a great bounce.
Terrific bounce.
Wow. Goes all the way down to the 11. That ball hit at the 29-yard line and went down to the 11.
Yeah, one of the things for Bowling Green was kickoff team and punt team. They've been having issues in that, and so far today, getting a good kick against the wind, got held up a little bit. What do we got, about 10, 15 mile an hour wind down in the field here today?
At least, yeah.
And it held that up a little bit, but nice bounce on it. And again, now, I guess when you play these high-powered offenses, to try to pin them back as far as possible, you want them to go 95 yards.
All right, so when you're a defensive coordinator for either one of these teams, you have to put it in your mind, look, we're not going to stop them. We just want to make sure we slow them down and give our offense a chance to score more points.
When you get your opportunities and challenges, you're going to have a chance to make some plays. You got to be able to make some plays. You're going to give us some short yardage. You're exactly right. But when you get an opportunity to make a big play, got to do it.
Well, there's a little bit of running sideways. Good initial move by Dorcius, but then Valdez was there to wrap him up.
Exactly right, and Valdez is sitting on the outside. Again, talk about being in perfect position, makes the tackle.
And that's the way the first quarter comes to a close. Entertaining and high-powered first quarter featuring a 62-yard touchdown pass. The Falcons have the lead after 15 minutes of play, 14-10. Pass out into the flat. That is caught by Miller. And then Miller gang tackled at the 19 or 20.
And give Mayhew credit on that little bubble screen again. You don't want the receiver work back inside, but he's able to sustain his block. And then guy come back inside. Anthony Miller gets good yards on the play. Should have been only 2 or 3, instead 7 yards on the play.
Brings up a 3rd and 3. There goes Miller in motion. Again, there goes that misdirection.
Jet sweep action.
And that'll be good for the first down.
Anthony Miller comes across in that ghost action, and your initial eyesight goes to him. But again, watch quarterback lays the football. There's actually a second there where you can't see who has the pigskin. Comes back inside the running back on that play. Nice job.
Boy, the Tigers are so glad to have Dorcius back. They've got other great running backs in Sam Kraft and Jarvis Cooper and a good-looking freshman in Jamarius Henderson, but Dorcius, he's been carrying the load so far here today.
Yeah, nice job again reading the hole, getting there quickly, not stamping his feet in the backfield, finding the lane.
Play action. The pass is completed to Cross, the tight end, and he'll get 5 or 6.
You know, it's so easy for this 6'7" quarterback, Paxton Lynch, to be able to get outside. You watch his feet, and then just delivers the ball. It's not always perfect. It's not always a tight spiral, but able, he gets it out. It's not a lumbering. In fact, it's just a very athletic.
He's really good. I mean, 6'7", he's very agile, very athletic.
Big body.
And he throws well on the run.
He does throw well on the run, and he's a big body. You automatically think of guys like Ben Roethlisberger. Stand in the pocket and make the throw. Look at that shift. Woo.
Kraft. Crafty, huh? Up to the 41.
Talk about stop and go, shift and a weave action.
Well, he's a guy that started as a wide receiver and now running back.
And how about the block also by tight end? Give credit on the lead play.
Right back to play. And a pass out into the flat that'll be a short gain. Eiler Hardy, the safety, came up to make a play on Mose Frazier.
Yeah, nice job on quarterback again at 6'7". Is he nimble? Does he have the footwork? Looking to go deep. Had his eyes downfield. Decides he's got a shift. Then he resets his feet, delivers the ball outside. Nice touch on the pass.
I want to say this, that Jeff Graham, our producer, has a real challenge today. It's hard to get a replay in.
He's got his track shoes on.
When the action goes this fast and furious. And there goes Kraft again. He powers his way up to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, so many different looks on that run game coming out. Out of the zone read look, they'll bring a tight end motion, make it look like a lead play. You've got split action. You bring a tight end across, block the backside. You can see an inside zone. So, again, when you play against this team, against Memphis, you've got to find your responsibility and stay with it because there's a lot of misdirection.
So on 3rd and 5. Roll out to the right. Quick toss. And the pass is caught, but out of bounds, shy of the first down marker.
Montiel on the catch. And it was a nice job coming out of the hip, and they got six receivers on that. And he made the catch, but I think he just turned out of bounds a step too soon. That's why you're right, short on the play. Should have had first down.
You're going to punt it here. It's 4th and inches. Well, the punting unit is not out on the field. The quarterback, Lynch, is. And now a timeout taken. I don't think Bowling Green had the right defensive unit out there. They brought out their special teams unit.
And again, Montiel, the tight end, number 80 that time, 6'3", 240. Good job coming out of the backfield. It was a trip. It looked like a little mini bunch. He came out of the shoot route, but you got to know where that first down marker is. You got to get upfield. He cut it a little too short.
Would you go for it here, midfield? We'll discuss that when we come back. 12:01 remaining in the first half.
Highly secret answer. I'll have to wait.
All right. During the timeout, they looked at this play again, and you can see the tight end, Daniel Montiel. He reached the ball across the pylon there, across the first down marker, I should say. And that, after review, was good enough for the first down. So they spotted the ball at the 48, and no need for the Tigers to make a decision on 4th and 1. It's first down.
But give credit to the quarterback. He delivered that ball with velocity on the upside hands so the quarterback, a wide tight end, could make that play. That's thrown behind him. He's not going to be able to reach across that first down marker.
So it's a 1st and 10. And this time, Bowling Green does a good job of staying home on all that misdirection.
Yeah, you've got jet sweep action coming across the backside. You've got fake coming underneath, and you're giving it to the third man through the hole. So again, you just got to stay home and wait till somebody hits you in the head. That's the easiest way to call it for defense today.
So Mins was in on the play along with Taylor Royster.
And also in the middle, Zach Colvin, number 92. I like the way he plays against the double team. Good leg drive, good pad level. Make sure he controls the line of scrimmage.
Short gain, 2nd and 9. Lynch rolls out one way, comes back across the middle. Catch made by Frazier. And Frazier goes down to the 20-yard line.
What a throw at 6'7". You can see the field, can't you? Again, just rolling out to his left. And here's the nimbleness I talked about. Look at him get his feet back around. Look at the throw off the backside foot and still able to put velocity on the ball down the field.
That's got to be impressive to those guys watching. Lynch again. And this time incomplete. Again, looking for one of his favorite targets down there, Mose Frazier.
Again, a nice job. He was looking initially on the underneath right to Allen Cross. He got two reads, a short read and a deep read. That time he pumped faked a little bit, quarterback, tried to go to Frazier, couldn't quite get the ball delivered.
Only his 2nd incomplete pass of the day. He only had 3 incomplete passes last week against KU.
Pistol formation.
Play action again. Lynch keeps it. He's got a man wide open on the flat. Catch is made by Mayhew, and he goes down to the 9-yard line. He is hit by Stevens and Turner, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Going back across his left, ball comes out. Tight spiral that time. Nice route that time by Anthony Miller. Number 3 on the vertical route. Pulled to safety. Quarterback sees it. He automatically comes underneath on the throw. There's a tight spin. There is some spinning of that pigskin when number 12 throws that ball.
Dorcius.
Wow, what a cut.
Stopped at the 6.
How about that shift in the hole? Again, you can see all the misdirection. It's tough to follow the football. But Dorcius starts left and then just makes that little cut tight back in the A gap on the right side of the center and finds that lane.
So there's misdirection in the backfield and then misdirection once he starts running.
Exactly. Major confusion.
Dorcius lines up right behind Lynch. Lynch pulls it back out and throws the touchdown pass to Alan Cross. No, excuse me. That is not Cross. That is a pass to his backup, Daniel Montiel, and Cross was on his back congratulating him.
And again, so good with the play action fake. Watch the run action fake, and then the quarterback finds his tight end coming across the backfield. But again, Dorcius, when you're having success running the ball, eyes and Needley are going inside, and Montiel's able to get behind coverage.
So Montiel makes 2 big plays on that drive. One where he reached the ball out for the first down, and then secondly with a touchdown grab. And Memphis has their first lead of the game. The point after is good, and it's 17-14 in favor of the Tigers.
And the Tigers getting it done offensively, run game and pass game, and then down in the red zone. Get the ball into the end for 6, led by their quarterback, 6'7". Daniel Montiel, tight end, number 80, 2 big plays on that. Got the first down to continue drive, but let's take a look at him here in terms on the touchdown. Watch Mack, the corner. He sees coming out of the flat. He was worried about the other tight end coming working outside. Misconfusion with the running, with the linebacker to that side. Nice job in terms of the run fake inside and then coming back. But how about the throw by quarterback to find his tight end in the corner of the end zone?
That play was so confusing, I think you just invented a new word, misconfusing.
I apologize because Alan Cross came across underneath there too, and there were so many people coming at me.
Now, Baldy, I'm misconfused. I really am. I mean, that's terrific.
I apologize there for my terminology.
No, it's okay. I think you just coined a new phrase. Well, Elliott will be kicking things off. Low line drive this time. And that goes out of bounds. That'll be a penalty. And great field position for the Falcons.
Again, just a misdirection of that offense of Memphis. The utilizing of the tight ends coming out. Also in the backfield. Linebacker and cornerback struggling.
Now, Kent State kicker April Goss, the second woman to score in a major college football game. The first female to win our Player of the Week honors. Goss got ASN's FBS honors in a landslide vote with 79% of the vote. Matt Johnson, how about this? He throws for 491 yards at Maryland and 6 touchdowns, and he's not even close to being our ASN Player of the Week. Don't forget to vote for this week's Player of the Week on AmericanSportsNet.com.
See how Matt Johnson can answer here on this drive.
Starting at the 35-yard line, working downwind.
33 front.
Lots of time, wants it all. Coming downfield, no interference.
Deshaun Terry get that hand in, right hand from the safety position. I think he gets his right hand out. Left hand, just enough. Maybe got in the sight lines of Lewis just a little bit. But you like the throw that time by Matt Johnson. Led his receiver back inside. That's where he has to go with that football in the post.
Looks like Terry might have gotten away with hitting the shoulder pad before the ball arrived, but no penalty on the play. Johnson will run. Lots of room. Slides down near midfield. A first down.
Only rushing 3 this time up front by Memphis. Quarterback, again, we talked about decision-making by Matt Johnson. Goes across, always reads, decides to take off and run. First down in the play.
Right back up to the line of scrimmage again. This would tax you as an offensive lineman, wouldn't it?
It does. This is rewind. Got to get up quickly. Also for defensive line, rushing the passer every play.
Pass downfield the other way. Oh, just out of the reach of Garrick Dieter.
And how about that throw to the upside shoulder? Does this quarterback have the arm strength? Let's take a look at it. Ball delivered right on the money to the outside shoulder where you want to go with it. Dieter can't come away with the catch. So, folks, you worry these quarterbacks. Does he have the ability to put the ball on the short throws and the deep throw? Yes, he does.
I'm going to guess that the Dieters are real baseball fans. They named one kid Garrick and another kid Nolan. Well, not much running room up the gut. Big tackle in the middle.
How many tackles does he have, Jackson Dillon, here in the first half? I got him for 5 right now in the run play. Nice job on that, seeing the delayed draw that time. He just worked back inside against the right tackle. Dietz that time gets in on the play.
And Green goes nowhere fast. They give him about a half a yard. We'll call it 3rd and 9. Throw to the flat, and there's Lewis wide open for a first down.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he sells the deep route so well with his eyes. He coming off the ball, the cushion he has, then he comes back, quarterback and him on the same page right now.
Does it help him sell it with the fact that he already has a 62-yard catch today?
You can see the speed that he has off the line of scrimmage, and there's not pressing him right now, no hand on it. So again, he can initially get off easily, use the speed, then cuts it off, comes back for the underneath catch.
Chauncey Lanier trying to guard him one-on-one right now. Tough assignment for anyone trying to guard Roger Lewis. So a big first down there, and here come the Falcons again. First down at the 40. Johnson. Well, he tried to elude the sack, finally is sacked. That's a loss of 1, the first time he is sacked today, and Donald Pennington finally wrapped him up.
Yeah, but give credit to Sean Terry. He's the guy right now. Watch 32. He's the one who takes the underneath route away. Watch him come up, and this is where quarterback wants to check it right down to Lewis. But again, Terry's just sitting there, comes away with taking that play. Quarterback then gets pressure.
Well, let's look at the coverage downfield and what Johnson's looking at.
Yeah, and here's Lewis just coming a short route, and there he is, Terry coming underneath, and he's the one who shuts that off initially. That was the quarterback's second read on that. Didn't have anywhere to go with the ball, and sack on the play.
An injured player, Ernest Suttles, is helped off the field for the Tigers.
Tell you, Deshaun Terry, number 32, he's shown some speed, ability to cover ground in the open field. Safety position, and again, when you're playing against the spread secondary, the number one thing you've got to have in this thing is speed, is you're covering a lot of ground. You'll be out there one-on-one. You got to come back for run support. Got to get it quickly.
Now the receivers are stacked on both sides of the ball. Good coverage again, and Johnson just has to throw it away.
That's a great way of letting it sift out defensively, and I thought they might have a late hit on this play. Get slide protection to the right. Quarterback's able to sit in. They keep 6 back with running back for extra time, but look at the coverage downfield. Nowhere to go for the quarterback. Good job on the zone defense in terms of settling it down, picking out your man outside, inside, getting back, and on the same track with the wide receivers.
So now 3rd and 13. Any flag? No flags.
Is that Whitty? Dion Whitty, number 27.
Morley comes up with the hit. I think it was Morley 17, wasn't it?
No, it was Whitty on that one.
No,
27.
you're right. You're right. Dion Whitty. They say he timed it perfectly.
He was right there sitting on the slant route. And inside the safety, he's got number 2. He took care of that quickly. Open field tackling. This is my territory. I'm not going to let you run free across the field without punishment being delivered.
Now Davidson will try to pooch one. High punt. Fair catch at the 10. Now you can follow us at Live on ASN for your social Saturday. Find all the tweets and all the conversation around your teams, your conferences every day at Live on ASN.
Hey, Memphis has really had good success. When you talk running game in terms of Bowling Green stopping the perimeter runs, but it's inside the tackles is where they've had the issue with stopping that running game here. Let's see if they continue it here, backed up in their own end zone. But again, Paxton Lynch, the quarterback, has really shown us some nice nimbleness and the ability to flick the ball around the field.
15 for 17, 135 yards and a touchdown so far. And not much room to run around the left side here. Gain of a couple.
They're setting the edge on the defense that time. 26, Alfonso Mack. I talked about him having issues on that touchdown play. That time on the outside, really controlling the line of scrimmage. You got Roberson now 65 at that left tackle position, 6'7", all 330 pounds. Move him over the right side now.
Jarvis Cooper is the running back now. And Cooper gains maybe one more. It'll be 3rd and 8.
He got initial penetration that time. That was the difference. And because number 92, Zach Colvin, he was one in the backfield. Mintz makes the tackle, but Colvin was the one who got the penetration, destroyed the timing of the play.
Real leader on that defensive squad, Zach Colvin. Pass across the middle is caught for a 1st down and much, much more. Big play offensively again to Roderick Proctor.
Yeah, Proctor, and he just got his head around in this one. Look at the twist in the middle, protections there. He decides, it almost looks like someone told him at sidelines, turn and look for the ball.
And there goes Cooper back up the gut again for a gain of 2.
Again, quarterback getting time. Memphis, big quarterback, 6'7", Paxton Lynch surveying the field and mixing in some running plays, but most of the day he's had time to look down the field to deliver the ball.
No gain this time by Cooper.
And watch for the next time Paxton decides to keep the ball, because you really saw closing inside for the running back. Next time around, he'll keep it, scoot around the edge. He'll still be running now.
Change of personnel defensively for the Falcons on a 3rd and 7.
Jarvis Cooper still in at the running back position, 6'1", 245.
Empty backfield for Lynch. 3 receivers to the near side. Now a mix-up on the play. Lynch says, well, that's all right, I'll do it myself. Lynch throws on the run and incomplete. And that play got mixed up at the beginning and might have been a good time for a timeout for the Tigers.
Yeah, it looked like they had some confusion, but how about the rush by Terrence Bush, number 61, 6'2", 255. He really got off on the snap of the ball, got inside with the rip move, and was right in quarterback's face on that play.
So a good stand defensively for the Falcons. Anytime you stop the offense at all, you have to say that's a great stand for the defense. Isaiah Lunsford, part of this Falcon defense that just stopped the Tigers and forced them to punt.
And better job on 1st down that time, initially containing the run, as we were talking about that off the air. That's the reason why you had a chance to stop that drive of Memphis.
Burbrink standing back at his own 20-yard line. Spencer Smith, the punt into the wind. This one hits, I think, a couple of Memphis players way back up at the 27 or 28-yard line.
You got a flag on? Nope, no flag. Thought they were going to have one. A little late hit was that.
And the bounce takes the ball all the way down to the 9-yard line. That ball kind of landed in traffic.
That's twice that ball's taken off on a punt like that.
And I don't know if there was any contact by any of the Memphis players or maybe even any of the Bowling Green players on that punt, but boy, it landed in traffic, didn't it?
It did. I thought there might be an illegal block in the back also too, but it wasn't called on the play. Now this, I guess, if you want to stop a spread offense, make them go 100 yards. That's the way.
They took a quick look at it in the review booth and let it stand. And the pass here to Burbrink and a short gain of about 4.
Quarterback reads underneath, takes number 3 receiver inside, sees linebacker off, but McGee's number 53 makes the play, limits the gain. Open field tackling.
Quick release again. Go to the other side of the field, and again, it's Burbrink with the catch.
And you got to credit Galen Scott, defensive coordinator. One of the issues he had was tackling in the open field so far today. Seen a better job of people wrapping up, much more decisive, knowing what they have to do, and he always talks about eyes to your target.
3rd and short. quick release again. Good catch. Good adjustment on that catch by Ronnie Moore.
You're exactly right. Ronnie Moore, he showed us the one time on the run, his ability to jump sideways and make a play. That time works backside, quarterback a little bit off on the throw. Receiver makes up for the play.
They needed one, they got two. And again, a quick hitting attack. And again, it's Ronnie Moore with the catch.
And I'll tell you what, how about Morley, though, on the backside and Whitty on the backside? Those two safeties, you want to run in the middle? I'll tell you what, it's like walking out on I-75. It's a collision.
Is it my imagination, buddy, or are they going even faster right now?
I can't keep up.
Keeping it on the play is Matt Johnson, and he slides down at the 42, and a flag comes in.
Late hit, quarterback gives it up on the slide. Can't do anything, got to lay off. Helmet to the body. The official is going to make the call on the play.
Dead ball, personal foul, number 39 in the defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, first down.
Regis' ball hit him after he was down.
I tell you, it's a tough place to go. Again, zone read inside, quarterback decides to keep it. Now watch him slide, he's coming. But again, Regis, they're going to call it. When the quarterback goes down, you got to lay off. Tough for defense sometimes. You're coming up to hit him. Got to be able to lay off, though.
That's tough when you're already kind of
Full
in
speed.
your move and
Yes,
it's full
sir.
speed. It's tough to all of a sudden pull back.
Screen.
Flag comes in. Maybe another flag, too. But a flag came in initially on the play.
I think they're going to get Ryan Hunter on the illegal block. He's getting downfield.
Holding, offense, number 67. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Well, you were in the vicinity. It wasn't the left guard Hunter. It was the left tackle Bennett.
Yeah, Jacob Bennett, one of those tackles that have started each left tackle, right tackle, both 30 starts. Officials call that. And again, it looked like it was set up nice on that tunnel screen that time. Moore coming back inside. The penalty on the play pushes it back.
Bennett arguing his case he won't win, and it's now 1st and 20. Again, they go back to that quick hitting attack, and they go back to Ronnie Moore, and he brings it back across midfield to the 44.
Seeing safeties playing deep like that. Number 3 receiver inside. Quarterback just decides to drop it off. Nice gain on the play.
Gain of 9, 2nd and 11.
Tighter coverage.
Coppett in motion, empty backfield. And this one thrown away.
There was better coverage by Lanier that time, working against Lewis. I thought Lewis was going to continue to work across the middle of the field, but a little tighter coverage on the man coverage this time. Take a look at Lanier side. Nice job staying down on the back pedal. Lewis no chance getting over the top.
So a 3rd and 11. Memphis showing blitz. Johnson calm at the line.
You got tripped receivers here to the right side. See if they come back inside the run. Only 3 rush and 2 linebackers to see if they think they got advantage inside, run the ball.
Pass is caught by Dieter and a first down. Mallett on the coverage and a perfect pass from Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson, he knows the blitz is coming. You see Morley inside on that 3-man rush, but Morley comes from a safety position. Quarterback stands in and delivers a missile to the left side.
How about that first down? It was 1st and 20 once upon a time. And this time the pass is to Redding, only his 3rd grab of the year.
Ball comes out quickly. And again, in those slant routes, get inside against coverage, using your body, just like basketball, just kind of bodying people out. And nice job by Redding that time, getting inside, and the ball delivered right on the money.
Take a quick look at it. And again, the quick hitting attack of Matt Johnson and these Falcons.
And again, the reason why they're doing that is Sharif, the linebacker that time, working inside.
Johnson wants to run it again. Big gap up the middle. Johnson in for the score. Wow!
Matt Johnson, we talked about decision making. He has wheels that can take him anywhere. He wants to go. Nice job on the run fake. You fold your guard around Alex Huddle that time. But again, that was set up by quarterback. We thought it was going to be bubble screen. He saw safeties work out wide. Decides to keep it. He's in the end zone for 6.
What a run by Matt Johnson. Hip injury. What hip injury?
Not at all. Those wheels were turning and burning on that play.
So the Falcons go back in front. Johnson almost perfect on that drive, both through the air and then with that run. And the point after is good. 21-17 our score. The Falcons back in front.
Nice job, Matt Johnson. Set it up. We'll freeze it in here. Watch how there's only one high safety on this play. Again, trips formation to the left side. Quarterback's going to set it up like it's almost going to be a quick screen. He sees the safety shift back to the left. He decides to keep it. So initially, he saw trip, but he saw that one deep safety move again to his right. That has opened up the lane, and there you go, quarterback. Nice job setting that up, using your eyes to move people. Decides to keep it in the end zone for 6.
Boy, impressive. We talked about these two quarterbacks, Baldy, at the very beginning of this broadcast, and neither of these quarterbacks is disappointed at all.
Not at all. The decision-making of Matt Johnson on that play, and again, just the footwork, hiding the ball, knowing using the formation, and as I said, the key, the reason why he is the starting quarterback is he makes people around him that much better. You see how Lewis is catching the ball. You see how quarterbacks distributing the ball to so many different people. But when he has to make the run, he saw he had a clear lane. And again, getting your right guard around Alex Huddle, 55, helped on that play also too.
So Johnson's 14 of 19 through the air for 165 yards and a touchdown. Lynch is 16 for 19 through the air for 159 yards and a touchdown. Wow. High end over end kick. This one will sail into the end zone and through the back.
Dave, the treadmill is turning faster and faster and faster.
Let me update you on Johnson. Now 15 of 21 for 178 yards.
And look how many different receivers have caught the passes today in terms of distributing the ball to everybody. There's an opportunity for everyone to catch the football and make a play, but that takes a quarterback understanding the system.
6 different receivers.
That's spot on. And again, quarterback setting his feet, short passes, but knowing when to take off. We know that he can run, but he doesn't when he has to, and that was a great read on his part.
And oh, by the way, 7 different receivers have caught a pass for Memphis.
And he caught the safety going weak side that time, and he saw it, and he just took off immediately, didn't look back, got the pay dirt land.
2:11 left to go here in the first half, and here comes Memphis again. Lynch, strong throw, moving to his right, and a throw right on target to Tevin Jones.
Yeah, Tevin Jones gets down the field, sees the safety over the top, and it just seems like quarterback and wide receivers for both teams are so on the same page. There isn't a lot of drops or people not knowing where the other hand needs to be on the field.
Back to the other way, and this one too high for Jones.
Yeah, just coming off his hand that time, release point. I would say that's probably one of the only times I've seen Paxton really not kind of like shift his weight from back foot to front foot. Just kind of used his arm, and that's why that ball sailed on him a little bit.
Little pitch out. Cooper able to take it up across midfield.
I'll tell you what, Cooper, he is a load, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
That running back position, and he pass blocks well. I can see why they have him in there. They've kept him back, help out that O-line up front, and he'll step up and hit those linebackers now.
Well, they say he stepped out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Cooper, you're right, he is a load, 6'1", 245. Third and a long 5, pass across the middle is knocked away. What a play defensively by Mack.
Yeah, Alphonse, I thought he might get the flag. It looked like he was a little bit early on that, but watch this throw by Paxton. Look at his left, comes back to his right, thrown right on the front of the linebacker, but Paxton in that time, Alfonso Mack able to get in and make the strip.
So a minute 39 to go for the Falcons. They get the ball back offensively.
We might have 3 scores before this half is over.
High punt into that wind.
Another good bounce.
Boy, the bounces have been the reason that both of these punters have a great average in this first half. And that one finally marked out at the 10-yard line. What a punt from Spencer Smith.
And you're talking with Coach Babers, the head coach for Bowling Green. He talks about keeping the pressure on the defense. He wants his offense moving as fast as possible. And he's a chess player, and he knows that when you play professional chess, it's clock. You only have so much time, and you can see with the quarterback of Matt Johnson what he can do. Wide receivers, ability to put pressure on the defense at so many points. Outside, inside, throwing the ball, running the ball.
Do you think at all about, all right, we've got the lead, a minute 28, we've got 90 yards to go. Do you think about sitting on it a little bit here, or do you just go, go, go?
I think you continue going right now. You want to put as many points on board because you know what Memphis can do.
Well, you got an empty backfield. I guess that answers that question. And the catch is made by Lewis, who is wide open. There is a flag down at the 24.
We're going to have some holding across the middle. But again, talking about quarterback Matt Johnson, changing the launch point, getting outside the pocket, ducking underneath the sack. Ricky Hunter on the rush that time.
Holding, defense number 39. Penalty is declined. The result of the play, first down.
Take the play. It goes farther than the yards would have been on the penalty. Plus, going out of bounds, Lewis on the play to stop the clock with 1:21 to go.
Again, I'm just really watching Matt Johnson on that play. I mean, he knew he was going to get hit by a freight train, but that's that athleticism. And coming back from a major hip injury that he did, I see nothing in him in terms of how it slowed him up. He looks as athletic as ever.
And he had a chance last year to act like a coach. And here, oh man, just out of the reach of Ronnie Moore. It was just off his fingertips.
And how about that ball thrown down the field? Was that a tight spiral as that missile took off? Again, protection up front. Quarterback reads it, delivers it right outside. But Ronnie Moore, number 5, all 5'9", 170. Maybe if he was 6 foot 170, might have come with the catch. Green.
Got some blockers. That's a first down. It'll stop the clock momentarily while they move the chains.
Nice, set that up perfectly. Invited that defensive line up the field. Watch him come on the blitz. Timed it. But watch Burbrink, number 17. There's a block downfield. Number 9, Redding also. Help your buddy out. First down on the play.
And Green stays down on the carpet. He was hit hard by Donald Pennington, and that's a big load to fall on top of you.
And that's a nice job quarterback that time, buying a little at a time, take that extra step. You've got the space, draw them a little bit sooner. Now you've got, once you loft that over the top of the football, now there's that much more room for your running back to make a play.
I think Green just had the wind knocked out of him. He's coming off under his own power now. And once they get the ball set, the clock will start. 1:08 remaining here in the first half, and the ball is up to the 35-yard line. Fresh set of downs for Johnson and company.
And I'll tell you what, these safeties for Memphis, Worley, Terry, Regis Ball, Dion Whitty. Ooh, you talk about guys that are the enforcers in the middle of the field. You want to catch the ball out there? Good luck.
Good job by Burbrink to come back to that ball. He's got it at the 44-yard line, just shy of the first down.
I thought he was going to go to Redding. He continued his route, but decided to come to Burbrink underneath, getting time to throw the ball.
Looking to the near sideline. Originally, nothing was there, and then he finds Lewis.
Again, kind of sidearmed that ball, but still threw it well. And you can see right now, Memphis had some problems with getting personnel on the field. Not much rush, and that's why you need depth on defense. This is what it's all about in these high-tempo offense. You rush them past every play.
2 timeouts remaining for the Falcons. Going down the middle of the field, wide open, Burbrink. Hit down at the 10. A saving touchdown tackle by Dion Whitty.
Yeah, number 7. Safeties have been working wide, and that quarterback reads it. And again, just blown coverage on that play. It looked like Sharif White, the linebacker, turned the receiver loose. Quarterback reads it.
Johnson, he'll throw it away. That'll stop the clock with 16 seconds remaining.
Now, I'll tell you what, you got to give credit to Matt Johnson. He is a good decision maker. Sees the field well, doesn't panic. Follow goes through all of his progressions and finds those open receivers. Nice job in terms of his mechanics. And again, I'm impressed with all the different throws. Short, intermediate, and deep.
The Tigers decide to take a timeout here. They need to catch their breath defensively. And while they do, let's take a look at the National Football Foundation Football Writers Association of America's Super 16 poll this week. Ohio State again on top. In fact, they got all the first place votes. They remain number 1. Alabama at number 2. TCU at number 3. Look at Michigan State moving up into the top 4. Then there's Baylor, USC, Georgia, and Florida State. There were some upsets last week. USC, by the way, moves all the way up to number 9 this week after they won against Idaho. Meanwhile, Auburn, they were ranked number 6 last week. They dropped out of the poll after nearly being upset by FCS member Jacksonville State.
And talking with Coach Babers this week, we asked him about when you came to this program, what did you see? And he said, well, this is a big-time program. There were coaches by the name of Urban Meyer that came through here.
That's right. Well, 2nd and goal at the 9. And again, thrown away right through the goalposts. Boy, the coverage was all over everywhere, and Johnson had nowhere to go.
Yeah, look, Lanier here, the corner on the outside. Good jam, and then getting around, and again, tight coverage all the way. You give credit also to Deshaun Terry, number 32. Really good job of playing in the backside in the end zone there. Kind of the robber baron, not allowing the quarterback to go anywhere with that ball.
Well, here's where if you're Johnson and company, you have to be smart. It would be great to get the touchdown, but you want to come away with at least 3 points here.
I think you do. And if they're going to continue this drive, I know one thing defensively, I got to find a way to get Jackson Dillon, number 34, lined up one-on-one against the tackle. His movement inside, outside, I think he can be a good pass rusher. And again, we've shown what he can do against the run. He's a guy who can put pressure on that quarterback. And right now, Matt Johnson's having all day.
And by the way, I came up with the dumbest question of the day. And the question was, do you sit on the ball when you have the ball at your own 10? That's the dumbest question of the day, because obviously with an offense like this, you're not sitting on anything.
Not at all. And again, we have a leader like you do at the quarterback position, Matt Johnson, distributing the ball, knowing where to go with the ball. I mean, today he's been spot on everywhere, hitting receivers in stride, but also to give credit to the offensive line up front. Matt Johnson's had 4 or 5 seconds. Let me tell you something. I could put down a whole hero by the time he's been able to throw this football today. I wouldn't want to in this track meet, but I'll tell you what, big guys up front giving him time to go down the field with the ball.
Green is back in there. Remember, he had the wind knocked out of him. This ball thrown into the flat and in for the score.
Wow.
T.O. Redding, his first touchdown.
And how about quarterback on that play? And you have to start up front, Dave. We got official excessive celebration. Watch the pump fake, but you can do this because of what the big guys up front are allowing you. Look at the sight lines. There's the fake, there's the hitch, and now you thought he was going to come inside on the slant. You saw the movement of the secondary. No way Deion Whitty was able to get back. Reed staying at home makes the catch for a touchdown.
And a good move by Redding to slither on into the end zone. There's a flag down on the play.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, again, nice job on the fake. Thought it was going to be the inside slant move, but again, Redding stayed outside, ball delivered right on the money.
I think it was excessive celebration. So they look like they want to go for 2, and then they go back into their point after formation. Again, James Kanapke, who was last year's quarterback and lost out on the job to Matt Johnson, who came back from injury this year. And when we asked the coaches about Kanapke, was he disappointed of not getting the starting job again this year, they immediately said, no, he's a stud, and he has been so supportive. Those guys fought like brothers in camp, but then when Johnson came out on top, Kanapke was there to support him.
And again, he has been and is supportive. And because you know in this game, Dave, you're always one play away from playing in the game. So you have to prepare like you're a starter.
Well, this is now like an NFL point after. Yes. After the excessive celebration penalty, it's walked off. They've got the ball back at the 25, so it's like a 35-yard field goal for the point after. And it is wide right.
I thought we had offsides on the play. Take a look at the touchdown again. Watch Matt Johnson gets time in the pocket, folks. The integrity of the pocket allows the quarterback to survey the field. We have trips receivers. Now, it's going to be bubble screen. Yes, he decides to come back outside because safety and corner go inside with the two slants, comes back out the read. Reed stayed at home. And this is what I'm talking about, a quarterback making everyone better around on the field. Nice job to Redding on the throw. He stays at home, makes the catch a touchdown.
Terrific play. And again, Matt Johnson right on target. 2 touchdown tosses in the game today. Now 10 on the year. And he has still thrown only 1 interception all season long.
Yeah, he wanted to throw that bubble screen, but again, the inside slants pulled coverage. Redding stayed at home and able to get the ball. And again, nice throw by Matt Johnson on the outside. And again, Mr. Redding, walking the tightrope outside, comes away with a touchdown.
Redding, his first touchdown grab of the year from Warren, Michigan, a suburb of Detroit, a sophomore, and a guy that has now given the Falcons a 10-point lead with 3 seconds to go.
How about Matt Johnson on that throw? Did he put that out right on the money? That ball delivered. And again, when you get time like that, sideline tape, you're going to make throws all over the field.
Kickoff here for Tate. Well, a decision to bring it out. And Sam Kraft, he's hit down shy of the 20, and that's the way the first half comes to a close. Well, an exciting offensive first half, much like what we thought we'd see.
It stalled a little bit for the Falcons, but talons are up here in the second quarter. They took off, got some good things done. For Memphis in the second half, you are going to have to find a way to get quarterback Matt Johnson. Right now, he's on fire.
An offensive show that did not disappoint both quarterbacks.
His tight end making that first down, Montiel, number 80 on that one. That throw by him was a laser. So whether short, intermediate, or deep ball, he's very accurate with this passing.
The good news for Memphis, they get the ball first, and they work with the wind here in the third quarter. Good move by Kraft. And he gets the ball up to the 29-yard line. That's where Memphis will come out on the attack. So Paxton Lynch comes out, bringing his team out. And remember what he did last week against KU when he threw for 354 yards. Lynch certainly capable of bringing his team back from a 10-point deficit.
Both of these quarterbacks, again, they're the leaders. They're the transmission of this offense. And they've been very good here in terms of efficiency. Let's see if they continue with some of that misdirection in the running game. First quarter, Bowling Green had no answer for it.
The fake to Kraft. And a quick hitter to the outside. Boy, good coverage by Sanford. And a short gain by Frazier.
And that ball was delivered out, catch by Frazier, and he got hit by a Mack truck. But again, you like the way quarterback on the run fake, ball out quickly.
Frazier's got it. Nice little move in the backfield to get back to the line of scrimmage. He might have gotten a yard. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, got behind Gabe Kuhn, number 71, the right guard on that play. Got right behind and made that little cut. And looked like should have been a 4-yard loss. Got some positive yards out of the play.
Hardy, the safety, the transfer from Notre Dame with the stop. Pass right down the middle of the field and incomplete. Pass intended for Mayhew and off his hands.
And I'm wondering, did Rick got there late, Alfonso Mack, did he get that right hand across just enough? But the drop by Mayhew. But how about that throw by quarterback? Put that right on the money, kept it down so his receiver, once he makes the catch, doesn't get his teeth knocked in, but can't get ahead of him on that 3rd down.
We've talked a lot about these NFL scouts who are here today. They haven't seen anything that would disappoint them, have they?
Not at all. You got to begin to look. And, you know, there's some things about how will these quarterbacks be able to read pro defenses. Right now, he likes the skill set.
Here's a fake punt and a first down. So the Tigers are pulling out all the stops.
Special teams getting it done. Coach Fuentes living large and living dangerously. Take a look at it here. Again, they're thinking there's no way they're going to take a chance on this one. But again, you see people turn. And again, nice job by the wedge up front. They're giving a little bit of blocks. Punter set that up perfectly. But again, defense not ready for that one.
They brought in the backup punter, Nick Jacobs, for that play. So here comes Memphis back on offense again.
Continue the drive.
Little pitch out. Kraft down the sidelines. They're going to rule him out at the 37-yard line. Green forced him out there.
Talked about the quarterback athletic, his athletic ability at 6'7". Watch him run the option, force the corner to, safety to have to step up on that play. Then he makes the pitch on the outside. That's the way to run that option well.
He knew he was going to pitch it, didn't he, Baldy? But that little extra step inside froze the safety. And now a pass right on target for another first down inside the 25. Mayhew with a nice catch and fighting for extra yards.
And again, that ball is just coming out whistling. And this is a laser.
Boy, quick striking attack here by the Tigers.
This offense is moving again. In motion, in sync.
Could be a pass. Kraft trapped and goes down at the 33. He wanted to throw it, but his receiver was covered.
Yeah, coverage on that play. Nice job downfield. And then Royster applying the pressure also too. Number 6'1" Terrence Bush in there running. And so you talk about why you got to have depth on the defensive line. You're going to be running from sideline to sideline. A country mile on that play. Sam Kraft got to just get rid of the ball.
All right, let me ask you a question. Does that count as a sack?
Yes, it does. It better count as a sack for those guys.
Loss of 9, 2nd and 19.
Wow, he got rid of that.
Kraft goes down. A loss of 2 more. Man, what pursuit by Malik Brown.
And how about Bush number 61 too, coming from the inside. Watch it here on that side. There's a stunt. Now watch it come back outside on that play. Way to rustle, and that's the way to go get out on the outside.
Colvin with the initial pressure, and then Bush was right there along with Brown.
And on the play before he applied the pressure. So you talk about running some wind sprints.
3rd and 21.
See if they work the middle of the field. See that cover 2. Linebackers are deep a little bit more now. Quarterback was having some time. See if they work maybe a middle screen.
Last time they did this, they got themselves into field goal range. Trying to do that again. Popped up and incomplete. An incomplete play to Alan Cross. Sanford was in on yet another play.
Yeah, Dick Sanford just getting in, reaching around. Cross has the catch. Quarterback's got some time looking down the field. Comes back to his tight end. Catch should have been made, but Sanford, James Sanford, 6'1", 196. Remember that hybrid safety linebacker gets in on the strip.
They're going to try a field goal here of 52 yards. Jake Elliott, he has a school record 56-yarder in his hip pocket from a year ago. The wind at his back. The kick is on its way. It has the distance, and it is good. A 52-yard field goal from Jake Elliott.
Make it one score. Elliott does it. Elevates the pigskin.
Bowling Green, Ohio at Perry Stadium. Watching a real shootout between Paxton Lynch and Matt Johnson.
Yeah, as I said, you need a calculator in this game to total up all the stats, the points on the field. It's nonstop action, folks. The treadmill hasn't slowed up at all.
And a 52-yard field goal to boot by Jake Elliott.
They kick field goals these seats.
Now Elliott, he'll boom this one through the back of the end zone. Man, he's got a leg.
He does have a leg. Every kick today so far in the back of the end zone.
Of course, Stephen Gostowski, a former Tiger, he says Jake Elliott, he'll be playing on Sunday. They might be looking at him as well. Now look at adding up the yards with Matt Johnson. First quarterback in program history to throw back-to-back 400-yard weeks. He's going to do it back-to-back-to-back, no doubt today. 6 touchdowns last week against Maryland, which tied the program record.
I got to get my linebackers up there in that A gap. I got to start running some tricks. I just can't let quarterback Matt Johnson sit. This tackle. Wow.
There goes Green up the sideline and out of bounds.
And then again, if I bring my linebacker on a run blitz, you better make sure you make the tackle. Robinson, take a look at this play. Watch Green on this one, just elude linebacker. It's Oklahoma drill. Got to keep your eyes up. And Green just shifting this on the run.
And wouldn't you love to have Dieter blocking in front of you? There goes Green again, this time up the gut, down to the 35, another first down.
Yeah, Alex Huddle, 55, 6'4", 301 pounds, 43 starts, getting it done up front, moving some people and into the second level.
And don't look now, but they're snapping again. Quick throw to the outside, batted down, but a flag before the play unfolded.
I wonder if on either team is when you see a flag, if you're really happy, like, oh, I get a chance to breathe. And again, these up-tempo offenses create so much havoc for defense in terms of physical strain, having to rush the quarterback, but also less chance to communicate, don't allow people to get in proper position. And again, maybe their eyes aren't looking where they need to be. You miss some tackles, and that's why I think Robinson, 45, on that run, you know, coming up late, just looking at other places, not right at your target, missed the tackle.
And Baldy, they put pressure on the officials as well. They've had to really, as Dieter will throw on a lateral pass. Oh, in and out of the hands of Moore. He had it and was gone right into his lap from Dieter, but he dropped it.
Yeah, Dieter just threw a wounded duck on this play. Take a look at it, wide receiver pass. And this is what it's all about in this spread. Get everybody involved. I think his hand got hit when he threw the ball. But Ronnie Moore, toughest catch to make when you're wide open. I think Dieter's not going to throw to his buddy anymore.
Johnson keeps it, throws down the middle of the field, and incomplete. Pass intended for Redding.
And I thought he was going to run on that play, but again, that's that decision maker. You saw the zone read initially. Everybody closed inside. He pulled the ball. I thought he had an outside run, but he said, no, I'll go to my inside receiver on the post. Couldn't make the completion.
Looked like he was almost in a tug of war with Green as running back. There's movement. Free play. Why not take advantage of it?
Jump ball.
Throw it up for grabs, and it's incomplete, but they'll get the 5 yards back they lost earlier.
Got Hunter on the offsides that time.
Offsides, defense, number 90. 5-yard penalty, third down.
So it's 3rd and 10.
Again, I'd like you, as I said, number 34, Jackson Dillon, I would get linebackers up working with him, running twists, stunts, because he's a guy that can get penetration, got some good quick feet, long arms, and these quarterbacks just having time to throw the ball down the field. Got to make a move.
Look at the time Johnson's got again, and now he'll run for it. Slides down inside the 30. They're going to mark him down at the 29. That's short of the first down.
He has the time, but Jackson Dillon's the one. Watch him work from your right side. He goes there. Look at him continue to come, and quarterback feels the pressure on him. Luckily, they come back and knock him around a little bit. Quarterback nowhere to go down the field with the ball. But again, got to pressure that guy. Can't let him sit back there all day.
Going to go for it on 4th down. Memphis trying to adjust defensively. So the center judge comes in to allow the defense to make those adjustments.
That's exactly right. That's what they're allowed to do.
If the offense makes changes, they have to allow the defense time to make changes.
And that's one reason why they have the extra official too, but not today.
On 4th down, first down. Ronnie Moore held on to this one. Comes up limping.
Give both quarterback credit the way they move the defense, especially the secondary, with their eyes. Nice job, Matt Johnson, looking to the left and coming back to Moore, sitting over in the right flank, delivers the ball downfield for the first down.
So now it's down to the 23. Again, they pull it out of the belly of Green and into the end zone, and it is
intercepted.
Incomplete. Incomplete. Memphis is celebrating, but they rule it incomplete.
I thought Millett, let's take a look and see if he comes down. Ball, nice job by Millett in terms of botting up against the receiver. Take a look at it. There's Lewis on the outside. Good, nice little jam. Find the ball, gets turned around. Now he jumps at the same time the receiver does. Do both feet. One comes down. I would think that's an interception, isn't it? Both feet in bounds.
Now the ball's coming loose there. They're going to review it, obviously.
Let's see if it comes out. Initially, it looks like the interception.
And the play is under review. Again, on the field, called incomplete.
2. Down by contact. I would think he's down by contact at that point, so it should be the interception. Here he is. What's the catch? Here's the interception.
All right, he's got it.
1, 2, down on the ground and down by contact. So shouldn't he just play end at that point?
Again, you have to have evidence to overturn the call on the field, which was incomplete. Do you think this is enough evidence to overturn the call?
Let's see, take a look at this part.
See how it's coming out?
It is coming out, but I thought, again, the offensive player becomes a defensive player, and again, both feet are down, and he is then touched with the knee on the ground. So isn't that contact? So shouldn't the play just end at that point?
It could. I don't know. I mean, this is so close. I don't know.
Again, on that one, Galen Scott, defensive coordinator, giving the calls. And I remember seeing Galen play at Illinois State. Great player at the linebacker position. Really been working with his defense in terms of get guys to play smarter, knowing where they need to be in the field. Let's take a look at it again, Dave.
See, I just don't know when the ball comes out. That's why I say I don't know.
I thought right here.
Because right here, okay, you're saying he's got it there.
Got one.
There's one down, 2 down.
Now the knee is down.
No, the knee's not down till now.
Okay, now the ball's out. So I thought initially that ball he still control. Get the ball on the field. Going Bowling Green's favor.
Yeah. So they do rule it incomplete. So it's 2nd down. And again, I just don't think there's enough evidence there to overturn the call.
I think you're right, too.
I think had the call been interception, it probably would have stood.
Exactly. Here comes the blitz.
Now they pull back. The ball goes into the end zone for Dieter. And boy, at first he was playing defense, and then he almost had a shot at it.
He did it again, and Lanier again get good coverage again on the outside here by Memphis. Much stronger in terms of man coverage, plus coverage, staying with receivers, finding the ball. When they go for the football, you go for it, and you're exactly right. Initially, he had to strip this away, but then it bounced off the corner's hands, and Dieter almost comes away with the reception.
And so did Lanier.
Yep.
Terrific play by both those players. 3rd and 10. Good block by Green. Now Johnson is caught. He is in the grasp. And a sack, the 2nd one of the day, and this is Avery with a nice play.
What a pass rush. He just came off on the outside, and again, running backs got to step up doing a better job in terms of staying at home. But give credit to Avery. He didn't quit on that play. Good job of staying on his feet, keeping him going. Quarterback finally got pressure on Matt Johnson, come with the sack.
Well, a long attempt here, a 48-yard attempt. Again, into the wind, and it is no good.
And I'll tell you what, that was a rush that time by Avery, working against Travis Green. Comes away with the sack, and then the missed field goal.
Tyler Tate has missed a couple. An extra point. Here come the Tigers back out on offense.
Yeah, two defenses really beginning to tighten up this half. Better job in terms of coverage, getting up, challenging receivers. Too much in the first half, giving that opportunity. Got to begin to battle some people on the outside. We're seeing that both defenses here in the 3rd quarter.
This is a really well-played game.
Oh, it has been.
Well coached, well played.
Both quarterbacks have not disappointed me at all. They've been the leaders of these offenses.
And Lynch will send Kraft in motion. To look that way, the toss is to Frazier, and he can't get around that double team and gains a couple.
And Sanford just sitting on the outside on that one, and again, good job on his part knowing he's got 3rd man out there. He doesn't move with the deep routes, and that's what quarterback was looking, maybe getting him to flip his hip so he'd deliver that ball outside. Quarterback comes later there, so limits that gain.
This time the give is inside. Green on the stop, and the ball carrier is Dorcius.
And they run that little power O, but Green, nice job on the run fit. That play looked like it was going to be longer, more green grass on that one, but not enough. Limit the gain now, 3rd and 5.
First time Lynch running for a first down and more. Boy, when he gets going, he can really run.
That is a freight train hauling to the outside. Take a look at Lynch on this one. That's a design quarterback one all the way. Again, there's some misdirection. And again, it's called a zone read, but that was set up all the way for quarterback to keep. You saw everybody stay with running back because of the success Dorsey had in the first half running the ball. Quarterback gets first down.
You saw Valdez, the middle linebacker, he never turned around, and Lynch, because he didn't turn around, had all kinds of room to run.
And you see it again. Again, you see Lynch doing the same thing, and this is the adjustment they're making here in the running game.
We're at Berry Stadium in Bowling Green with Richard Baldinger. I'm Dave Armstrong, watching MAC football on ASN. And when you look at this interconference rivalry, I think it's going to be a rivalry as we move forward between these two high-scoring teams. Only the second time they have played.
Oh, good read.
But they're going to play again next year in Memphis. There's Dorceus again, and he goes for about 7 more.
Yeah, watch the little counter play here again. And again, it's cover 2, so I'm going to go ahead and run the rock. Excuse me, they just run the sweep, but great job of getting around on that. Gabe Kuhn and also 63, Tyler. Good both guards around. Patience by the running back. Up inside for positive yards.
3rd and 3. Dorceus. I don't know. Depends on the spot. I think he's going to be just a little bit shy of that first down marker.
Yeah, I'll give credit to Cross that time. The tight end. We call that a little zone inside. Split zone. That tight end comes from that H-back position. Comes across, makes that kick out. And that would allow the back almost to get first down on play.
No hesitation going for it here on 4th and inches.
Power football now.
Lynch under center.
Ball forward, first down.
Gonna throw for it on 4th down. Incomplete. What a gamble, and it pays off in a big way to Tevin Jones.
Tevin Jones gets deep on that one. Again, they were playing for run all the way. And again, there's the mobility of quarterback Paxton Lynch. Look at the run fake. And again, there's a nice job of carrying out the fake. Everyone stepped up. Nobody there for Tevin Jones, who was wide open down the field. But that just starts with a running back carrying through the run fake, open up the middle of the field.
I think it also starts with the confidence you have in your quarterback to throw it on 4th and 1.
6'7", he can see down the field easily.
So 1st and goal at the 9. Dorceus runs right through the gut down to the 4.
Nice job again on that misdirection. You bring motion that time by Jones, then you bring the tight end coming across Alan Cross on that one, and then you come back inside the Dorceus 28. Good movement up front by the center. Drew Kaiser on the double team. That's what opened up the running lane inside.
This drive is really all about the run for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's just what this team's all about. They want to establish the run. They're getting it done on this drive.
Dorceus again. This time stood up right at the line of scrimmage. And then hauled back. Good play again by Terrence Bush.
He's played here in the second half. 61, Terrence Bush has had some nice rushing. Take a look at 61, just working across on the backside against the double team. Gets inside with his shoulder, drives his legs. He will stop the play.
3rd and goal to 3. Tight formation. Kraft following the block of Dorceus into the end zone for the touchdown.
That dash play works so well. Kraft following 2 blockers, following Cross, following Dorceus on that 128. Look at the blocks downfield. Again, tackle, seals it. Then you get the nice block on the outside from Cross and also Dorceus 28. But give credit to the tight end. He was one who sealed that. Now it stretches the field too much for defense to cover, and you're running back Dorceus, who's had opportunities. He's giving his buddy a chance to tote the pigskin for 6.
Baldy, correct me if I'm wrong, but the key on that play is to get 2 hats on hats, and that time they did. Cross got a hat on somebody, and so did Dorceus.
And I'll tell you what, he gave credit to the right tackle that time, Max, 74, washing his man down inside, and then you get Cross sealing on his man. Now the kick out block, and they're taking it into the end zone. No spread now, folks. It's all about power, hat on hat. But how about this quarterback? Tell you what, 6'7", he sees the field well. Big play on that one, and here's the touchdown run. Get it.
10 unanswered points by the Tigers here in the second half to tie things up at 27. It's Sam Kraft with a touchdown.
Yeah, it's just a full house backfield, but watch Cross and watch Dorsey escape their job. Nice job in terms of gaining leverage on the outside. There's the kick out, and again, Kraft, that little hesitation, gets behind his running back. Efficient blocking up front, maintaining leverage, and then taking care of people down in the red zone. That's what you want to see. Everybody's sharing in on the love right now.
His second touchdown run of the year. Guy who they describe as tough and smart. Well, he was smart enough to wait for those blocks to develop. And on 3rd and goal from the 3, the Tigers tie it. Now consider this too. Bowling Green has 4 touchdowns in this game, but they had the excessive celebration at the end of the first half. Memphis chose to accept the penalty there. That forced the extra point to be like a 35-yard field goal, which they missed. And that's the difference in this game right now, that 1-point difference. Little hesitation, going to bring it out and shouldn't have. Big mistake here on special teams.
I tell you what, though, Dave, yes, there's a missed extra point, but Bowling Green is going to have to make an adjustment because they struggled against stopping the run on that play. Memphis put their foot down and said, we are going back. You're going to run cover 2 against us. We're going to run that football.
So Fuente and made a good decision. He had the option of taking it on the extra point or waiting to take it on the ensuing kickoff. He took it on the extra point, and the miss there makes it a 27-all tie instead of a 1-point lead for the Falcons. And then a bad decision by Fred Coppett to take it out of the end zone. And all of a sudden, Bowling Green backed up at their own 5-yard line and trying for a little breathing room. They go nowhere fast. That's Coppett again. And he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage, maybe got a yard.
Yeah, Jared Gentry, number 98, 6'2", 325 on the backside. I mean, right, the nose tackle position, playing the 30 front. Got to take care of the nose tackle if you want to run the football.
Down the side of the field, Lewis. There he goes. 94 yards.
Time for your quarterback to stand in the pocket. Quarterback reads the corner on the outside. Lanier takes a step forward, and guess what? Number 1 just kept on running and got it done. Roger Lewis drinking down the sidelines on one. Great job on the route. Quarterback delivers the ball right on the money. 6 on the play.
No such thing as bad field position for the Falcons.
Absolutely not. Backed up. First running play wasn't pretty at all, but quarterback again having time to stand in the pocket. And again, nice job on the route by Lewis. In the corner, keep your eyes on your man coverage. Don't get caught cheating. And he did. Wow.
So Johnson and Lewis have teamed up twice today. The first one came in the first quarter. That went 62 yards. That was just a warm-up act for this. 94 yards.
Roger Lewis just running a 100-yard sprint. Here's the play-action fake. Now again, corner got caught looking at backfield. Great job on Lewis not hesitating on the route. And folks, this guy is football fast in pads. I like the way he runs the route. Look at the timing quarterback Matt Johnson has. Delivers the ball down the field. He knows it's going all the way. And again, that was because corner on the outside. It's man coverage. You got to stay home. No safety over the top. Quarterback finds wide receiver for touchdown.
3 touchdown passes for that guy, Johnson. He has now thrown for 376 yards in the game.
Again, look at his cover 2, but watch the safeties again. They take the inside receiver. Corner in that time hesitated a little bit, and that's the decision-making that time of Matt Johnson. He sees safety work on the inside receiver that time. That allowed Roger Lewis on the outside to just take a streak and touchdown throw on the play.
Boy, the confidence, though, of Johnson to hit a guy right in stride on a play like that from his own 6-yard line.
Great read on his part. He sees the safety move. Now I'm going to work to the outside receiver.
High end over end kick. It's going to be a short one. Picked up by Kraft at the 7. And then he stood up at the 20 and doesn't even make it much past that. To the 22 is where they'll spot it. Boy, Lewis, electric. Last week he had 15 catches and 2 touchdowns against Maryland In this game, 6 receptions, almost 200 yards, and 2 more touchdowns. Boy, Lewis has breakaway speed, too. You talked about football speed.
That's
Lewis,
speed.
he just really took off. Once he made the catch, he pulled away from Lanier.
And again, when he gave separation, didn't hesitate on the route, knew he had to get vertical. And again, nice job by quarterback reading safety, takes inside. So now I'm going to go outside. But he has that confidence in Lewis, number one, be able to get down the field every time.
So Lynch brings his offense back out again.
Eight men up in the box now to stop the run.
Kraft, they do stop the run. A loss of 1. That was Austin Valdez.
Austin,
No, excuse me, that was Bernard Turner, the safety who came up.
Yeah, filled the alley well on that play. Had 8 guys up in the box. I said that time. They knew they had initially stopped the run. Now it's 2nd and 10. That's what you had to do last series. They couldn't get it done. This time they do. Now you put that offense in a little bit more of a bind.
Boy, big hit right after the catch. If you want to catch one across the middle, you know you're going to pay for it. And Frazier, he gets hit right after the catch.
Yeah, Valdez that time, former quarterback. He doesn't look like a quarterback to me, the way he comes across the field and tackles. But how about the way that ball comes out off the fingertips? The Paxton Lynch, that's a tight spot. That's a spinning bullet.
3rd and 6.
See if he works to that single receiver side. Safety's high on this one, cover 1. See if he works a quick slant over to the left side.
Too much time?
You get timeout.
Timeout. He was getting close to too much time, and they called a timeout from sideline.
Dave, I have to compliment here Bowling Green. This is one of the nicest press boxes. What a place to call a game.
You're right.
Great weather here today. And neither offense is.
So you're going to compliment them on the weather as well.
Well,
give them credit for that.
Give them credit. It is just perfect for football right now. I mean, the sun's setting. I mean, I'll tell you, great crowd today. It's been an excellent environment, and we have not been disappointed by either one of these quarterbacks.
All right, one of the things as you look at Justin Fuente and what he has done, this is just his 4th year. Memphis was a team that really was a cellar dweller. They were going nowhere fast. Last year, they wind up winning 10 games, the best season they had had since 1938. They beat BYU in the Miami Beach Bowl in double overtime. They closed the year with 7 straight wins. They are now on a 9-game winning streak, and you see the difference that he has made. In the 3 prior years to Justin Fuente, they went 5-31. Now, he only won 3 games in his first year, but then in 3 short years, to go on and win a conference championship in a tough conference, the American Athletic Conference, and not only that, but have 10 wins in 1 year. That is nothing short of remarkable.
What a balanced offense, running the football, passing the ball, smart team. There's the fake. What a shake.
Lynch is going to run for the first down. Boy, that is elusive.
Very elusive. And there we talked about the nimbleness of this man at 6'7", and again keeps his eyes downfield. Watch him maneuver within the pocket. Feels the pressure. Stands up. Gives a little pump fake. Now he works to the outside. Deceiving speed for a man who's 245 pounds.
Inside handoff, Dorcius. Little delay action there, and he's able to pick up 3.
And I thought on that play, right guard, Gabe Kuhn might get the holding on that play. Working against 92, Zach Colvin. The flag's not called.
Dorcius again made a good move behind the line of scrimmage. He gets positive yards out of this when he could have been stopped for a loss.
Watch Turner, the safety, come up on the blitz on this play from the inside. And again, just be able to sidestep on that play. Excuse me, that was Valdez, number 16 on that blitz. In the middle linebacker position.
Another 3rd down facing the Tigers, 3rd and 3. Throwing a screen. Kraft with blockers in front. Kraft going down the sideline, and he is gone. A 60-yard touchdown toss from Lynch to Kraft.
It is Kraft's afternoon today here, folks. Take a look at this, set it up, and again, this was start because in the last series, they did a nice job of getting the tight end out. Waggle pass, pull your guard, now quarterback runs back. Look at the blocks downfield. Get guys at 54, good job. But again, that was set up by the flow of the offense. People wanting to make sure that they were in proper position. Kraft works out of the backfield. Nice job on that throwback screen.
Boy, he almost dropped it too soon. I hate it when guys do this. I think it's an act of trying to show off a little bit, but he barely crossed the end zone line and dropped the football right there.
I didn't want to bring it up. I'll let you do it.
I don't get it. I mean, just hang on to it and hand it to an official. In fact, they might be reviewing this.
Good call on your part. Yeah, it's all at the end.
Did he drop the ball a little bit early? This is what I'm wondering. And why would you do it? You're going into the end zone untouched. Why not wait until you're 5 yards in?
They're set up. See defense, they run the blitz. Come back, that throwback screen. Let's take a look at it. He did drop that ball right before the goal line.
I think he's in.
I think the left foot was.
He's just in, though. I mean, he's in, and they're not going to overturn the call. But why do it?
Why even take a chance for the possibility of a call being made and mistake on it? But again, take a look at it. It's set up perfect on the screen. No chance for Bowling Green defensively on this.
Now just hang on to it. Now here already he's thinking, I'm going to drop the ball. And he drops it right on the goal line. Why not wait?
Because they want to celebrate. They want to celebrate.
It's going to stand, folks. But again, this is showboating in my book. And it has no place. And I guarantee you, his coach, who is a no-nonsense coach, Justin Fuente, he will not be happy with this.
No, you're not. And again, you're exactly right on that. You want to just carry it across the goal line. But the young man just is, again, this emotional game. Understands that, but just has to be smarter when running the football.
He's still smiling about it, but he may not be smiling after the coaches review that in the film room later in the week. They do confirm the call that it is a touchdown. He didn't drop it until he crossed the end zone. In the goal line, I should say. And so it is a touchdown for Sam Kraft. And he goes 60 yards from Lynch to Kraft. And just like that, we're tied again at 34.
And Tamari might not be happy when they're running striders across the field and he has to carry it 100 yards every time and hold on to the pigskin. So coaches will get back at you. They figure it out. You know, he says to coach, it's my mistake.
Yeah. So he's already getting talked to by his coach, Justin Fuente. We don't need that. And he immediately pointed him, sorry, coach, my bad.
One of the keys in this team for Memphis, why they've been successful, is they play smart football. And that was not. And again, you're exactly right. In a game like this, proves so costly.
All right, let's look at Memphis and Bowling Green. And these two teams, 67 plays for Memphis, 58 for Bowling Green. Look at the completions, the rushing yards, and then the passing yards. One almost 400 yards, the other one almost 300 yards.
Both quarterbacks so efficient, and again, their ability to deliver the ball at different launch points, and again, be able to different release points, and to be very accurate with the football. And again, I am very impressed with both teams, with wide receivers and quarterbacks being on the same page, knowing where to go in the zone, man-to-man, when to look for the football. They've been so efficient today. As we talked about in our stand-up, these are two of the best in college football.
Does it now work as the ball keeps falling off the tee for Jake Elliott? Does it now work into the hands of both these offenses that the defenses must be getting tired?
They must be getting, again, I really thought here in the second half we might see some more creative blitzes because these quarterbacks are too efficient. If you give them time, they're going to deliver the ball all over the field, and they have been here. Very accurate this afternoon. So let's see if there's some adjustments made here towards the end of the third quarter.
High end over end kick, taken in the end zone, and down there.
No chance for a return all day.
And the one time they did try to return it, they returned it only to the 5, but that only set up some heroics by this guy, Roger Lewis. A 94-yard touchdown reception. Look what he's done in the last 2 weeks.
Simply off the charts. And again, you see football speed. There are people, you talk about there's off-season workouts that run certain 40. I never listened to any of that. What happens when you put the helmet and the shoulder pads on, and Mr. Lewis is very fast. In fact, he could probably run with the cars down I-75. He's so fast.
So when you say football smart, you're talking about full pads, helmet, shoulder pads, everything.
Again, you see so many players, as we let them play here, when they go to these off-season workouts, they get time with the 40, like, oh, look how quick they are. Look at this. Now, all of a sudden, you put them on a football field with that helmet and that crossbar, and all of a sudden, they go from a 4.5 40 to a 4.7 40. Mr. Lewis doesn't slow up.
Good move after the catch, and Moore able to take it close to a first down. In fact, close enough maybe to measure. No, they're going to give him the first down.
And Proctor just misses the tackle on that play. And again, that's about keeping your eyes up and seeing the ball carry. Doesn't get it done that time.
Johnson slides down after a gain of 4. You know, I've heard the term football fast, but usually it's said by baseball guys. When a guy comes in and is really fast in baseball, like Deion Sanders was when he played for the Reds, or Bo Jackson, they go, that guy's football fast.
Well, again, you tell you on the field, it carried football fast. And again, it's when you put that helmet on, that extra weight, can you continue the speed, or do you stop and slow up? I tell you, Mr. Lewis, not at all. He's got a third or fourth gear that come real quick.
I'll just say this, he's fast.
Yeah.
Whether he's football fast or any kind of fast, he's fast.
I would tell him, I will catch you on the sidelines, buddy, the cheerlead. I can't get in the end zone at the same time.
Well, we have quickly gone to the 4th quarter of play. Don't go anywhere, folks. We welcome you back to Bowling Green, Ohio, into Perry Stadium. We're ready for quarter number 4. These fans are just loving it here, and why not? We have seen 68 points in this game, about 750 yards of total offense, and Matt Johnson, the quarterback of the Falcons, is knocking on the door to another 400-yard passing day.
Just find number 1, Roger Lewis. He'll add to your stats quickly.
Trip receivers to the low side. The give is to Green, and he gets the first down up to the 46.
Yeah, just walked out people on that. That trip receiver, you got the numerical advantage in the box, and Green just kind of tiptoeing through the hole that time, gets the first down on the play. Blitz.
Boy, Green did a good job of picking up the initial blitz, but then everything else broke down as well.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you what, Green's got to step up sooner on that. Whitty did a nice job as a safety. Watch the safety blitz. I told you they have to do something. They bring him off the outside. He just knocked the running back Green right into the quarterback. You've got to go meet that safety on the blitz.
Down the sideline they go. Wow. Another touchdown to Lewis. Wow! 63 more yards.
Millett found down on the play, but again, how about the acceleration by this sophomore, Roger Lewis, 6 foot, 199 pounds. Again, just beating single coverage. I don't know how you don't have a safety over the top all day on this guy. Take a look at the protection up front. Quarterback's just waiting. And again, there it is. No safety sitting there. Millett doesn't have a chance against number 1, who just has explosive speed.
Unbelievable. 3 touchdowns today for that guy, Roger Lewis. And they've all gone for 60 yards or better. 4 touchdowns for Johnson today. Plus, he's rushed for 1 more. The point after is good, and it's 41-34.
And I don't know how you're not bracketing number 1. He has shown you he can beat single coverage all day. Take a look at him just in the ISO here on the release. Off coverage, no press. He's just going to run behind coverage. Millett's just playing off. No chance against number 1 in his speed. But again, I love the way he keeps his eyes focused down the field. Here it is again. Safety isn't over top. They're staying inside. But to me, initially, you have got to be able to bracket number 1. If anybody else at receiver beats me, fine. Number 1 has shown that we cannot cover him on single coverage. No safety on the backside. Mr. Lewis is taking it downtown every time.
7 receptions for 262 yards. That's just sick. 3 touchdowns on the day, 62, 63, and 94.
I think the pro scouts have got a new page out here today for number 1.
He is a sophomore.
And how about that speed off the line of scrimmage? If you're going to play off coverage on him, no chance. But again, safeties have been sitting inside. You believe me. I'm going to leave everybody else alone. Number 1's got too much athleticism. You got to find a way to bracket him up or at least bump him a little bit.
How about Johnson now? 445 yards through the air. His 3rd straight game this year with 400 or better.
Didn't you ask me something about stats and I say find number 1? Doesn't he add to your stats?
Johnson, 424 against Tennessee, 491 at Maryland, and he may go even higher than that today. 445 already. I feel like we're playing a video game here.
You know, Dave, and the thing about this is, yes, you mean it's off coverage. You know, the quarterback's going to a receiver, but this is a receiver going away from him. These are deep passes that are accurate, right on the money. He led his receiver on that inside shoulder. Lewis stayed right underneath it. So again, yes, I understand it's a spread. It's an up-tempo offense, but this is a quarterback who's delivering a tight spiral, and look at that catch and then the run afterward. I love the way that this young man, only a sophomore, tracks the football in. He stays right in contact. His route running, he gets back vertical, and he's sitting there going, you know what, guys? I've run more than the rest of the team put together.
Well, I gave him an extra yard on that. I called it 63. Officially, it's a 62-yard touchdown. And a good hit on Cross right after he caught the ball, but a gain up to the 26-yard line, a gain of just 1.
262 yards receiving?
So now who's your player of the week offensively? Is it Johnson or is it Lewis?
I think right now you have to go with Lewis, the way that he's just shown his ability to get down the field, the big catches. It's got to be your player of your game. 262 yards receiving. I understand it's a different game, folks, but still people are going, am I reading this correctly?
Vote now on AmericanSportsNet.com, folks, your player of the week offensively. And don't forget, Memphis still has some strong candidates in this game. Lewis, a very strong candidate. Johnson, a very strong candidate. Lynch he's certainly not shied away with a couple of touchdown tosses, and he's closing in on 300 yards passing.
And even Kraft in the second half here, 2 touchdowns too. So throw his name out, number 11, he got things done.
Trying to get a little extra after the run by Cooper, but Valdez was right there defensively.
Yeah, Kuhn on the full block getting around. He won who got the initial block on the second level and now allowed his running back to get a couple extra yards. And then you want Cooper, 6'1", 245. Put some hits on some people.
And through all the theatrics of Johnson and Lewis, it's still just a 1-touchdown game. I mean, give Memphis credit against an offense that has just been unbelievable. They're only down a touchdown.
And then just on that play, here's the first play on that running game today where there was a mistake. And on that play, Paxton Lynch should have kept the ball. Instead, he gave it inside to Cooper on that one. If he would have kept it to the outside, he would have got the first down, but defense stops. Now it's 3rd and 7.
And the crowd on its feet, cheering on the defense. 3rd and 7. I think the crowd wants the ball back.
What a catch.
What a catch. What a throw. There's going to be a penalty thrown on the play on Mack. He did about all he could to stop this play, but the throw was right on target and a great catch.
Yeah, they brought Sanford on the inside blitz that time. Quarterback stood in the pocket, but the size and the strength in delivering the ball on the outside.
Defense, 26 on an eligible receiver, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, and an automatic first down.
That's the way this ball comes out. Here comes the blitz. O-line hit a little bit of pressure at the end. Paxton Lynch is not at all scared. He steps up, delivers the ball. Take a look at it here. Stands in the pocket. He feels the pressure on the outside, but still able to put enough money on the outside for his receiver, Mayhew, to come away with the catch.
They'll take the penalty because actually it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah, right, you're right. In the penalty.
And so they will take the penalty, and it's a 10-yard penalty and an automatic first down. And they move it to the 49 of the Falcons.
Paxton Lynch standing in the pocket, leading the charge.
Little play action, and just going down, trying to make that grab is Montiel. So a short gain.
By Baird, the defensive end, getting his hands up, just making the quarterback alter the throw a little bit. And that allowed maybe not the receiver make the catch and make a move afterwards, so the play ends right at that spot.
2nd and 9. Reverse.
Flea flicker.
Down the middle of the field, touchdown, wide open, Tevin Jones. Wow, what a play.
Reverse back, we got the flea flicker on the play. There were so many people touching the ball in the backfield. I thought I was in Grand Central Station. Seeing buses going left and right, take a look at it. How many people touched this ball? Here's a reverse, now you bring it back to your quarterback who's just sitting there, and again, defense not sure which guy to take. And there he comes down. Tevin Jones is running the post. Ball delivered right on the money.
Lynch, you could tell he was sitting back there going, get me the ball, because I know Jones is wide open.
And again, give credit to everybody on that play. So many times coming back on those reversals, the ball isn't tossed exactly right. There's some miscommunication, mishandling of the ball. That play was done perfectly.
They say Lynch is laid back. He wasn't laid back on that phone call upstairs.
No, he might be laid back. He does all his talking on the field. He finds the way to make a big play. But again, Paxton Lynch.
What a great play. A little flea flicker and a wide open Tevin Jones for the touch. Some fans who have made their way north from Memphis got to be happy with the Tigers' response as they get a 48-yard touchdown pass on a flea flicker from Lynch to Jones to tie the game at 41.
Dave, we have 11:19 left in the fourth quarter. Do you want to take a guess on the final score in this game?
Oh, man. We're already at 41 all, and this one could go overtime, too, or double overtime, or who knows what. And we have already seen, Baldy, 797 yards combined passing. Not total yards, passing yards in this game. Fumble at the goal line. And once there was the fumble at the goal line, there wasn't much room for them to go. And there is a flag down on the play.
Just one of the negatives for Bowling Green has been special teams, or the return game, and you can see the illegal block on this, and then of course coach is not going to be happy with returning it and fumbling on the
return. Holding, number 31 in the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
And again, I hesitate to say bad field position for the Falcons, because for Dino Babers and this crew, it hasn't mattered. But how about this little flea flicker action?
Oh, how about it? And again, Tevin Jones getting down the field. And again, when it seems like every time that Dorsey has had a chance to run initially with the football, it has just created so much of that misconfusion. We talked about
there we go. You're coining a new phrase. I like it. Misconfusion.
I'll tell you what, it is so much deception on that offense by Memphis, but you were right. Quarterback was just sitting there. Paxton Lynch, he was just sitting. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. I got a wide open receiver.
What I'm curious to see now, and I'm sure Johnson is as well, will we start to see a little double coverage on Roger Lewis?
I think you got to have a safety over there. You got to have somebody to help out, but they're not.
Going to run the ball here for a little bit of breathing room up to the 10-yard line.
Again, they just walk him out into that X position, and here he is on the trips receiver side now. And they're going to keep safety inside on this. And again, you've got to get up and get some hands on number one, because you can't turn and run with him in off coverage. He's just too quick, too much top end speed.
Mallett, single coverage on Lewis. Throw goes the other way. Is that a catch?
Lanier, I think, stripped it away from Dieter right in the last second. Looked like you were right. It looked like initially there was a catch.
Take a quick look at it before they snap the ball again.
He got his left hand inside, able to strip that away.
Thrown maybe just a hair short. So 3rd and 7.
They get him offside. Got it again.
Incomplete.
A tell you what, Moore on that play was actually open. That ball was just underthrown a little bit that time.
Johnson thought there should have been a flag. He thought that was a free play.
And he just tossed it up. A little underthrew it, and Moore that I thought was open on that play too. Also Lewis was. They just both took out on a go route that time. But ball was underthrown, and you're right. I thought there was some movement inside. No flag on the play.
And a rare sighting today in Bowling Green, a 3 and out.
Did that happen? I mean, is that possible?
Well, that was just a play where Johnson threw that up down the middle of the field, thought he had a free play. Thought there was offsides, nothing called. Whoa, boy, that was almost a huge mistake by Proctor. It went off his hands and then went out of bounds. That could have been a big mistake by the Tigers. Instead, they'll have the ball near midfield. Weeks in this game have been huge. Look at the comparison.
Look at the completion for Lynch, 80%. Johnson, oh, he only has 65%. But 445 yards. It's like, you know what? Don't line up with any defensive line. Just put 11 guys back there in the secondary because one will just run by everyone.
7 combined touchdowns. You look at that. 800 yards, basically, almost 800 yards passing between the two.
No picks.
And no interceptions.
There we go. That's the stat. Sweep.
Didn't work. They string it out well. Anytime you try to run to the outside on Bowling Green, it's tough. Valdez was over there again defensively, and he stops Cooper before he can get anything going.
Nice job by Trenton Green flowing. Trenton Green, number 20, the outside linebacker, flowing on the backside that time and closing the back door for no chance on a cutback.
You know, we're talking about these high-powered offenses, what they've done to the defenses, but you also add another official because of the high-powered offenses. Now you have 2 guys standing in the backfield. You have a center judge and your referee. Breaking it outside, Kraft. He's got the first down as he flips over the 45.
Man, is that a cutback? What vision?
Well, you know that there are more than 1 billion people on Facebook. And why not like the ASN Facebook page? Check it out at Live on ASN.
I think Memphis needs about 6 footballs to play every play because everybody needs to touch the pigskin. They all make good things happen.
Well, she is right now in tune with us on Facebook at Live on ASN. Another first down. Little play action. Lynch, he goes down the middle of the field, wide open down the middle, and down to the 10-yard line goes Anthony Miller.
What a route by Anthony Miller. Watch the option route on this. He reads the coverage. Was going to work outside, but again, look at quarterback. There's the play action fake. There's the little pump. Now he gives his chance for his receiver work back inside Miller that time, and the catch. Wait, nice job. Hands away from the body. Watch the pump fake, and again, the ball delivered right on the money. The way this quarterback Lynch, inside the numbers, outside the numbers, across the hash mark, he's able to put the ball anywhere.
Now Lynch gets a little breather. I think it's Hardy who is down on the field for Bowling Green. Yeah, it is. It's Eiler Hardy, the transfer from Notre Dame, as he was in on that last stop, and looks like he came down hard on the hip.
Again, just watching Paxton Lynch, and I hope the young man Hardy's okay. It looks like he exactly fell on that turf.
Looks like he collided with his own teammate, Dernard Turner, the free safety, as both safeties combined to make the hit on Miller.
I'll tell you what, both squads from the safety position, these guys come up and attack. And come across the middle of the field.
So Coach Babers, who was telling us about his own dad, who said, I don't raise average. He said, I got an appointment to the Navy. And he said, my dad was really disappointed when I went to the University of Hawaii. He said, I went there because that's where I was born and I wanted to know more about my birthplace, and had a lot of fun in his 4 years there. But now he's got his hands full with this Memphis offense. Lynch again into the middle and dropped by Frazier.
Oh, I'll tell you what, defensively they took away tight end Cross coming out of the backfield, number 40. But how about quarterback falling back on his right foot? Run fake in the middle. Now initially you're going to look for Cross. Feels the pressure that time. Comes 6-1 Bush, and you're exactly right. That ball's just dropped. Toughest catch to make in the day.
right in the breadbasket.
But again, how about the velocity on that throw?
Yeah, perfect.
Falling backwards.
So 2nd and goal from the 10. And Lynch is hit. Pulled the ball back, and Royster wasn't faked.
It looked like they had a run blitz on that time. Took away running back Dorcius that time, 28. Let's take a look at it here. And Royster comes in, but again, stays at home on the zone read. But again, you got to give credit to Colvin, 92. He took away the inside run that time, and then now that allowed Royster to stay with the quarterback. Good defensive responsibility that time.
So now it's 3rd and goal, but it's 3rd and goal from the 16. Lynch going to run for it. And that's to get in good position for a possible field goal here as he goes down at the 10. And that'll set up a field goal, which could give the Tigers the lead again.
A nice job of getting down with that football. We talked about his size at 6'7", 245, but believe me, you don't want to take shots from either that secondary of Bowling Green. Just enough, as you said, center this up, give your field goal kicker a chance, make an easy kick.
This will make a 29-yard effort for Jake Elliott, who's 2 for 2 today, 1 from 33, and then the big one from 52. Perfect snap, perfect hold, perfect kick. Jake Elliott is 3 for 3 today. And Memphis, they settle for the field goal, and is that going to be important as we get down the stretch? Big sack here by Taylor Royster, and done under Dino Babers. They had the 692-yard effort last week at Maryland. They're already at 580 today ongoing. And they had 557 yards in a loss to Tennessee. Big kick here. It's going to go into the end zone and down there. So the Falcons will start at their own 25.
I guess if you're a recruit for Dino Babers, just you show up, it's like, Coach, I can't talk to you very long. I got to start running. Because if you're throwing the ball for 600 yards a game, I better be in shape.
Just loved what he had to say. He said, you know what? We want to be consistently good rather than occasionally great. I thought that was a really cool quote.
And another good quote he talked about, we'll get some here because these games are going so fast. He talked about just getting strong-willed people. I'll change you to be better, but I got to have you have that strong will.
The inside handoff goes to Coppett, and he gets about 3 or 4.
And just enough to make those safeties respect the run. And again, you just think here on the outside, number 1, Lewis, his ability to beat single coverage on the outside and speed.
They look the other way. Ball squirts out, incomplete.
Haven't had many of those today, have we?
No. Not too many drops.
None at all. Ball delivered where it needs to be. Low and tight, allowing the receiver to protect himself. And again, drop on the play.
Lanier again on the coverage.
Got Lewis on the inside here.
Johnson tripped up. Looked like he was going to make it, and then tripped up at the last second by Lanier.
Here's that Pegues. Is that Pegues coming across 53 on that? It's outside.
No, you're right. I saw Lanier come in late, but you're right. It is Pegues. Let's give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, he ran across the field, covered a lot of ground. In linebackers nowadays, what you got to be.
Ooh, going for it here. Going for it. 6:41 to go.
Challenging your team.
4th and 3. Are you really going for it, or are you just trying to draw them offside?
I'm not really sure if you're going to do this backed up at your own 30-yard line, and now we have timeout on the play.
Yeah. I think they were trying to draw them, and once Memphis held firm, they decided, well, let's take a timeout and let's think this over.
I think Dino was trying to go after naval intelligence at that point, see if he could get some insight on the defense.
You know, the problem in turning it back over to Memphis is if they come down and score again, now they have a 2-possession lead. So you really got to be careful what you do here, and you're putting a lot of pressure on your defense to try to stop a high-powered offense in the Tigers.
Yeah, but the thing about this Memphis offense is you can say, yeah, it's spread offense. Yeah, you get people sideline to sideline, but the power running game that they have also add misdirection on top of that. We've talked about these running backs. How about Kraft here in the second half? He's showing you speed to get to the outside. Dorsey is just a bull between the tackles. So defensively, what do you do to stop this offense of Memphis? You can see why they're going to give people, they're going to challenge everybody because just the speed and the athleticism.
They were down 10 at the half. Memphis now leading by a field goal. They're going to get the ball back with just over 6 minutes to go. Davidson now on to punt. A low line drive. Boy, it was fielded by Proctor, and then he started running backwards.
And again, an end-over-end kick, and he fielded that. And you're right, he did that, just thought he would roll into the end zone. Scary, though, but gets away with the reception.
6-13. Doesn't move.
Can I see the man behind the glass?
It's like a mannequin. Well, here comes Lynch back on the attack. And the pass is intended for Frazier, but defended well by Turner, and it's incomplete.
And I'll tell you, he had Jones wide open that time. No, excuse me.
All right, here he goes. I'm cramping. I can't do it.
But my man in the glasses doesn't move. Who's the man behind the glasses? He doesn't want us to see those eyes.
Oh, good job. Yeah, good job. Well done. Going to go on the option. The pitch. Ooh, big hit over on the sideline by Bush.
And folks, don't be deceived. Paxton Lynch has got speed. He ran that option. Sanford has quarterback on that. And Paxton Lynch comes around the edge. I tell you, he's rolling number 12. Makes the pitch on that play. Good job on the option.
Dangerous play for the chain gang over there. Well, it's 3rd and 1. I don't know.
That might have been the first miscue on the run.
Dorcius looked like he was tripping as he was going up to the line.
And Zach Colvin got in on the play, number 92.
See right there?
Hey, he was the one working on the backside against guard and tackle that time, and able to get in there and make a play against Roberson.
Lynch tripped him up, and so now they go 4th down. They're going to go for it here?
Oh, I don't. Wow. Challenging your team.
Are they trying to crazy? And now Memphis taking a page out of Bowling Green's book, trying to draw the Falcons offside.
Can't believe they take a chance here, backed up.
No way.
Own 30, only up by 3 to get to that.
What a defensive stand, though, for the Falcons.
And that was the first miscue I saw in the backfield in terms of the handoff in the running game. With all the different people going to different places, that's why at halftime I said, Dave, we've had no drops, we've had no stumbles, fumbles along the way. These two teams offensively have been spot on.
Now, Fuente, you know he's torn right here because he's thinking, all right, 4th and 1, we could probably make it. But if they don't, you have just given them great field position. Well, they're going to look at this again to see where the spot is on this, but he's down right there.
He tripped on his left foot coming over that time on a crossover there from the zone read. Take a look at it. He's just going to trip over his own 2 feet. Lynch doesn't get him.
No, you're right. I thought Lynch tripped him up, but he tripped himself.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you what, give credit to Zach Colvin. He's the one on that backside working against guard and tackle who held his ground. If he wasn't doing a good job against that double team, back might have still got it. So give number 92, and he's a story we had talked about for the game. Had the health issues last year with the heart and everything, and still able to come out and play.
Baldy, I don't know if this is right or not, but I think that's the first time Memphis is enforced to a 3 and out in the second half.
And here they go.
Well, they're going to go for it on 4th down. That's the big challenge for Fuente is he's putting the game on the line right here. They go on the option again. And I don't know, again, it's going to depend on the spot. Lynch might have fallen forward for just enough.
They're going to make the call, and again, Lynch just taking off. Good job on the quarterback keeper on this one. You got to get going. You got to get north and south. And again, he just jumps inside against Sanford, the linebacker that time. See Sanford worked up quickly, slipped on that tire, he turned.
Locke came in to stop him, but Lynch got just enough for the first down. A gutsy call by Fuente on 4th and 1.
I guess with a 6'7" quarterback, you can do that.
Well, we got flags down.
And I think you're going to have excessive on this one. flag comes down. Are they going to have offsides offense? So I think the right tackle Kuhn on that one. No, 74.
No, I think
Mack.
that was movement.
Yeah, Mack on that one, 74. But I'll tell you what, this Paxton Lynch, he can run.
Yeah, I can.
He can mow.
And he's not easy to bring down at 6'7", 240. So that backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Pulls it back out and incomplete. Boy, big hit on the outside. Terrific play defensively by Clint Stevens.
Yeah, and you see the pressure this time with Zach Colvin that time. Porter's still able to get the ball and take a look at some of those drives.
Well, again, I was right. It was the first time. I thought they were going to force him to a 3 and out, but the gutsy play by Fuente to go for it on 4th and 1.
306 yards of offense in the second half.
Going the option again. Not nearly as much this time for Dorcius.
Trying to make it safe on the run here. I thought they've had success running inside the tackle with all that zone read and the crossing and the split inside zone. But again, now 3rd and 12.
Well, you get the sense the game is kind of on the line right here.
This is it right here. You're exactly right. Quarterback now gets a chance to go down the field with the ball. We saw what Tevin Jones did getting down the field. Where's Mayhew on this one? And also, you got to look for Cross or maybe Montiel. Going 5 wides. Dial up the blitz. No one to help out the quarterback.
3rd and 12. They go with a screen. And it's for a 1st down and more.
The blocks on the outside.
Big play calling, and Lynch puts it right on the money on a screen play.
We have an elite block in the back on the outside.
There is a flag down. This one might come all the way back.
Holding. Offense, number 11. 10-on penalty, 3rd down.
Wow, that's on Sam Kraft.
Little screen pass set up, coming back inside. Kraft, number 11, gets hold on the outside. And again, you give credit to quarterback, doesn't even panic on this as he feels the pressure. Let's see if we can take a look at the hold on the play. He's on the block on the outside. And I mean, you saw the jersey pull, they saw the hands outside the framework of the body. You gotta make the call, you have to make it.
So it backs them all the way up to their own 30 to make it a 3rd and 14. Lynch is gonna try to run for it. Oh, he was well beyond the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball.
Should have just continued with the scramble. You're right, he had the line judge with the call here, the flag on the ground. It was this good call on your part, Dave. He was well past the line of scrimmage.
So a couple of miscues by Fuente's Tigers.
What a series defensively. Tighten up coverage. Huge holding call in the play before.
Remember, the ball is snapped at the 30. Now watch Lynch. Right here, he's got to run for it. Look at it, he's way by it. He's like 5 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Take a look at the holding call in the play before. And again, we just going to this little throwback screen coming inside, and Kraft, number 11, gets his hands outside the framework.
High punt and a fair catch is made. Good play there by Burbrink to make the fair catch. And now you got 3:06 remaining, 2 timeouts remaining, plenty of time. You start at your own 26.
You know, Dave, I just want to go back just to that last play. His name won't show up in the stats, but on that last play, they ran a little twist in the middle, and number 92 was the one who applied the pressure on that play. And again, he just shows up. Colvin shows up at the key times, and now you got a chance for your offense, and the way they didn't stop. Johnson's been throwing the football, and this guy named Lewis. Carl Lewis on the outside?
No kidding. Roger Lewis with 3 touchdowns today.
Trips receivers got to stack inside.
Johnson going downfield, incomplete. And a penalty comes in. Pass intended for Redding.
Was that ball catchable, though?
Defense, number 17. Automatic, 1st down.
It's on Morley.
Lewis broke off his route, but they continue to go down the field with the ball. Must have been a little bit before, just a little bit of a grab. Calling the game close today.
That's why I think the ball was catchable. With that grab, it slowed him down just enough. It was within a couple of yards of where he was.
Got a good call by the officials. They see the grab.
Again, these are American Athletic Conference officials in this game.
Here's the sack.
Big sack. Boy, that came quickly from the outside, and a big hit in there.
Subtle. Before he closed the corner quickly against right tackle that time. Logan Dietz, he looks like he got a great jump on that pass rush. And quarterback, no chance.
The loss of 6. It's 2nd and 16. Trip receivers to the near side. Oh, screen pass.
Wow.
And down goes Green. Boy, big plays defensively all of a sudden by the Tigers. That was Sharif White.
He's man-to-man on that play. Again, you had the coverage. You had the pressure by the defensive line. Quarterback drops back. But Sharif White, again, showing open field tackling. And we talked about this was a struggle for Memphis in terms of tackling, but today doing a much better job.
You got to get at least half of it here, or you're going to have to punt it away.
I do with Lewis. You got to find a way to go down the field to number 1. Some type of rub route. Get him ball in the open field.
Go across the middle. A lateral. Ball is down on the turf. Who's got it? Well, it'll be Bowling Green ball. They recovered. They were trying for a little hook and ladder.
Exactly on this play. And again, I don't know how you're not looking for number 1 right now. You're right. Texas pretty good. Quarterback just delivers the ball inside, and they're trying to give it to Moore. But luckily, they're able to fall on that ball, number 8, Green, or else that would have been a huge recovery for Memphis.
So Bowling Green's going to take a timeout. They have 1 remaining now, and they're faced with a 4th down here, and 4th and very long. A minute 39, you really can't punt now.
No, you can't. But again, I'm going to tell you what, I'm getting some type of tight bunch formation, but I'm getting numbers a pick. I'm getting some type of rub route. So number 1 gets a free release off the line of scrimmage. Get him the ball in open field, folks. That afterburner speed, he's going to make a big play for him.
And if I'm Memphis, I've got to double team him.
Oh, I'm absolutely. I'm sending my whole team on that side of the field.
Well,
I'm sending the water boy over there if I have to.
I don't know about that, but I definitely double team him to try to take that away, because that's your deep threat. So you take that away. Now, who else do you go to? Of course, Dieter is a good threat. That's the thing. With Johnson, he makes such good decisions. If he sees a double team on Lewis, he'll find someone who's open.
Again, yeah, and if you see where those safeties are lined up, if they're going to play wide, maybe you come back inside to Green on a middle screen or something where because this defensive line is coming off, man. They are going to play the run on the way back to the quarterback, rushing the pass.
Stacked receivers over here with Redding and Lewis. Johnson steps up, throws it down the sideline, and it's knocked away. Big defensive play by Arthur Millett.
That time staying at home. Staying at home, Millett. He struggled early in the game, but here he has to stay home in the play. There's the stacked receivers. They let it break out. Millett is in the off coverage. Again, no chance of getting over the top on that play. As quarterback was under duress, he had to deliver the ball. Nice job of timing the leap.
Millett also given the advantage of it was 4th and very long, so he could lay off on the coverage a little bit.
Big push in that time, and again, as you can see, you cannot man up against number 1.
That doesn't take anything away from the great play that he made anyway.
No, not at all. And again, he stayed at home, and he looked at the ball. When the receiver looked at the ball, timed his jump exactly where he needed to be. And again, the amount of yardage you needed on that play just fell into the hands of the secondary. They could lay off in that cushion, not have to worry about getting beat over the top.
What a terrific game. We'll see Memphis now with only 1 timeout remaining for the Falcons.
Hold on to the football.
Just hang on to it. Kraft, he'll take the hit there.
So many ways of striking you with this offense. So many ways of attacking the edges in the middle. They've got the play action pass. You've got a quarterback that can run an option. And this is what I want to see. I asked the coach this week. I said, Coach, tell me about your quarterback. He said, you know what? He has a unique skill set. He can do it all at 6'7". You've seen that today.
Well, next week here on the American Sports Network, we'll be back in the MAC for the Thundering Herd take on Kent State. Can't wait for that one from Kent, Ohio. Next week at 3:30 Eastern right here on ASN.
You never heard of, to me, it's about getting that offensive line going up front and getting that running game going of Johnson, the big 245-pound running back. We've seen his nimbleness in running that inside zone play. They never really got on track. We saw him last week playing against Ohio.
Well, trying to replace Cato, their great quarterback from the last 4 years.
Exactly.
And you look at Kent, can't wait to see Kent State play as well. Our first trip there on ASN, and we're looking forward to that.
And it's just to say thank you to these schools. It's been fantastic.
Oh, my.
The crowds have been so supportive.
Well, now they go into what they call the victory formation. Just take a knee. Get that clock moving. Again, Bowling Green out of timeouts.
And I'll tell you, depending when I was in the NFL, what team you played against, that victory might be the toughest play. If it was the Raiders, you better make sure that you got some brass knuckles with you.
So they didn't just take it for granted.
No, not at all. And again, I'll tell you what, my hat's off to this Memphis offense. I mean, I am just absolutely mesmerized about how many different ways and how efficient they are with all the movement of people. And number 40 across the tight end. Is he a blocker on the outside and inside? I mean, he's able to get open to catch the ball, but really good job blocking.
Take as much time off the play clock as you can. And that's going to do it. A 3-0 start for these Memphis Tigers, and a couple of impressive road victories in a row at KU and then at Bowling Green. Justin Fuente's team will come out of here with a well-earned victory and a very, very fun game to watch and to call.
I'm just simply, as I talked to Coach this week about quarterback, I remember when he was in the Gateway Conference at Illinois State, he had a young man by the name of Luke Drone, goes to Eastern Illinois, Garoppolo, and then now you're talking about over here coming up with Paxton Lynch. What a way, I mean, develops these quarterbacks, and they get it done. They're the leaders.
Watch these two teams this year, folks. They're going to be fun to watch the rest of the season.
Oh, without a doubt. And again, you can see why Matt Johnson is #1 quarterback. His efficiency, delivering the ball, didn't just quite have enough here in these games. As you talked about these scores and the yardage we had today, great offense on both sides.
Well, it's going to be fun to watch both Memphis as they take on their opponents in the American Athletic Conference, and then, of course, Bowling Green in the MAC. I think both these teams are going to factor in to the championship in each of their respective leagues. So for Richard Baldinger and our entire crew, I'm Dave Armstrong. Hey fans, for scores, highlights, features, and more, go to AmericanSportsNet.com. This has been a presentation of ASN, the American Sports Network. Your teams, your passion, your network. So long from Bowling Green, where the Tigers prevail by the final score of 44-41.